Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragonriders, a Song of the Damned. My name is Peter PB, I am your Dungeon Master for tonight, and I am joined as always by Agis, who is played by Calum, the Ruined, who is played by Alex, and Norixius, who is played by Samo. Fortunately, Tommy is not joining us, but we also do have his character, my people, Soros.
My people.
Yeah.
My people.
That is by far the best intro I've ever done, and also all the cameras are correct. We are, to be fair, like quarter of an hour late, but I
Progress.
All I
So
needed
we are
was,
going big
was
time.
to lose my mind in Scotland for a little bit and ask people whether things were real, and now I'm better.
It was a mind reset. It's all good now.
It's also cooler a little bit, so that helps.
Oh, yesterday was fucking.
Yeah, it was real warm yesterday. Scotland was so nice. It was literally, someone literally at work apologized to me for the Scottish weather, and I was like, you don't understand. First of all, I'm a pluviophile, so like I like rain. But second of all, it's so fucking like perfect temperature here. I don't care about getting rained on, and it is perfect like 16 degrees temperature. It was just like,
Yeah, that's.
yeah.
We had like 36 degrees peak yesterday, and I was like on the verge of literal death.
Yeah. Anyways, we're currently in a warm place as well. Our characters are in Earthhold, the capital of the dwarfs, this great metropolis built into the mountains with rivers of lava flowing through, fueling forges where great blacksmiths make great works. Giant statues adorn the city streets with primal gemstones illuminating the streets. This is like probably, I mean, like you went to Valar, and Valar was like decadent, but this doesn't feel quite as decadent because like it seems like it's all public works rather than like rich people having rich things. It's I mean, I'm sure there is poverty in Earthhold, but like, you know, it doesn't feel like it's people squandering their riches for no reason. It's more just like people who are proud of their history and their culture sort of thing. Last session, you guys arrived at Earthhold. You did some shopping. You had a meeting with the king, where it was revealed that Inquisitor you killed at the Watchtower was someone who had been sitting on Earthhold's council. He had been sent by Arzamor to basically like oversee the Kingdom of Haskara and the Dwarven people, and you killed him, which is like, to be fair, the dwarves didn't seem too pissed off about it, other than the fact that you probably caused them a little bit of like political stress because Arzamor will probably come asking questions, but like they weren't like, you killed someone, you know, I'm going to put you in jail or anything like that. You then had a meeting in private with the king and basically talked about your plans to overthrow Earthhold. Not throw Overhold. Never mind. Fuck the professional intro. Plans to overthrow Arzamor. And he's in, but his biggest concern at the moment is that he relies on Arzamor for basically keeping his kingdom afloat. Earthhold has basically been blocked out of trading with most of the wider world because they don't have any ports. Actually, can't remember if Amiel is a dwarvish port. Amiel might be a dwarvish port down here. I think it's an elvish one, but it might an Eladrin one, but it might be a dwarvish one. But either way, if they do have, it's not a major port. So they basically, all of their trade, Valar won't trade with them, and Valar, its kingdom, also rules over the city, or Kelinkor as it's currently known, because it's not called the city yet, which is all the way down in the south here. And this is the biggest, most major hub of commerce in, that was a weird pronunciation of that word, but it's fine, in the entirety of this continent of Terral. So them not being able to do business there basically means their goods can't get out to the wider world and just kind of fucks them. So what they have instead is they do trade with Arzamor, who then takes a very steep cut of all profits and sells it on at Kelinkor. So Arzamor 100% kind of, you know, fucking over the dwarves, but it's better than having no money. And that's being done through a shipping company called Forven Shipping and Exports. Or it might be Forven Exports and Shipping. So yeah, they're like, we're in, but like we have concerns, we have reservations, but nonetheless, basically you managed to convince the king, Bjorn Toravir, that it's only a matter of time before Ardmore decides to completely fuck them over. So, you know, plodding along, keeping your head above water isn't any good if the ship's filling up with water, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, and that's basically where we left off with you all having an evening in Earthhold.
Yeah.
Also, the king very much flirting a lot with Soros.
True.
My people. Oh!
People.
Load screen!
Well done. You
Further
noticed the
touch.
thing that you missed multiple times because you've 100% loaded into this server like 3 times and not spotted it.
Yes, however, no, because we were always on the map.
Yes, but it still shows the loading screen when you load into the server.
I
Oh,
understood.
it's always grey for me, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
It's always just black for me until it loads the map.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's always just greyed out for me, so I never saw it.
It's worked on stream view and when I tested it with Alex's profile, so I don't know what to tell you. But okay.
I
You've
don't
got
know,
loading screens.
man.
Probably just my laptop.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, yeah, you got loading screens now.
I can't wait for the hidden loading screens, which show like an elevator. Move it. I can't wait.
So yeah, if you're watching on stream, you see loading screens briefly flash up. To be fair, a lot of these maps load fairly quickly, but they also have little tips and tricks for players, as well as sometimes little lore information. So,
Or
Yes.
inside jokes.
or inside jokes. Did you get the one about the fireball yet?
Yes. I also got the one about the zombies.
Yeah, you know, trying to inject a little bit of flavor. Anyways, so yeah, you guys are all in Earthhold at the moment. You basically got to stay. The king provided residence for you. Fairly nice, you know, comfortable beds, warm water if you wanted to bathe and clean yourselves. They offered to clean your clothing. It's nice to get to like actually unwind and relax a little bit. You've been on the road for a long time now. Even in the case of Sorrows, who, you know, did manage to have the lovely stay at the Green Inn, still, like, you know, it's been several, like a week at least, probably closer to 2 since then. So, yeah, it's nice to unwind and get to relax a little bit. The next day, do any of you want to do anything?
I buy a watermelon.
Okay. Watermelons are tropical, and we're pretty far away from the tropics, so I'm going to say that's going to cost you 1 silver for a single watermelon.
I'll buy 2.
Okay. I feel like when I said it's quite tropical, your eyes were like, how much gold is he going to make me spend on this joke? And I was like, that's not that bad.
Listen, it's a joke I'm committed to. I would have spent the gold. How much would I have to pay for?
Hen.
It's basically just flavor, but for like basic cooking ingredients. It just whatever, seasoning, some vegetables, some meat, like just to cook something up.
Let's go with like 25 silver.
25 still. Cool.
Yeah. Is anyone doing anything?
Um,
Next day in Earthhold?
I'm going to. I know Tom's not here, but I'm going to do it regardless. I'm going to just sort of like walk past Sorrows and just like place a gold coin down next to him, and then just like carry on walking off.
Okay, I will add a gold coin to his inventory. Do you mind me asking what that's for, or do you want to keep it secret?
A couple of sessions ago, obviously, he tried stopping the Ruin from killing the Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
And because he did that, the Ruined did not share any of the money with him or Gion. So this is just kind of the Ruin being like, we good.
Okay.
but doesn't do that with Gion because fuck Gion.
No, he's not doing it with Gion.
Can I actually see how Gion reacts to that, or if she can even make that connection? Or I wanna pry.
Yeah. What do you want to roll? Insight.
Just door. Guess that makes sense. Where the fuck's insight?
It's on your front page in skills, and they're all presented to you in alphabetical order.
Right.
Also-
I found it.
What a bro thing to do, which is like it's making amends and you both acknowledge it, but you just don't say a word and you just walk past and put that gold coin down. That's such a bro thing.
And then he just goes, "My people."
My people.
You can't really read how she does notice it, but you don't really read how,
Okay.
if at all, she really reacts to it.
All right.
Oh, that's a point. I don't remember if I reset dice stats because it's been like 2 weeks. Give me 1 second, I'll just see. I mean, no, I did not. Okay, that is fine. This is literally just for our own fun and games where we keep track of our dice stats, so it has no relevance on the session. But I'm just gonna make a quick note that
No,
I
it does.
rolled...
We bully the shit out of the unluckiest person.
I mean, to me, it's so important that usually I stay up for like another hour after D&D to like, oh wait, dice stats drop, guys.
So I've rolled an extra 14 that I need to add to my dice stats, and you've rolled an extra 10 that we need to add to your dice stats.
If it's not done during that night, I always just wait for it at work the next day.
Yeah, I did find it really funny the time that you were like, "Where are my dice stats?" I was like, "Oh, sorry, I got busy at work."
Meanwhile,
we
I'm not
haven't-
doing any work, just staring at the Discord like, where are they?
It makes me very, very happy that people like actually enjoy it, because it's like such a like little quirky thing. I was just like,
It's so interesting
It's
just
one
to
of
like
the-
see how it goes up and down.
it's one of the things I really like about Foundry modules. Obviously, like some of them like genuinely enhance the game, make gameplay better or easier. Some of them enhance visuals and audio and what have you. But there are some that you just go, yeah, that kind of sounds like a neat little thing. Like the epic dice rolls one is another one where it's just like, yeah, that sounds like a bit of like fun. Why not? And then it ends up, those often end up being like my favorite ones. So
I can't wait for the annual hazing we have after the end of like every campaign to find the unluckiest player.
It's Tommy.
It's not. I tell you right now, it's not.
Okay, but again, we haven't worked out the total averages correctly, so I'm going to do that this session because it's session 25. Also, hey, welcome to session 25. But it's really hard to get a judgment on it because I feel like it is Tommy, but it might genuinely be Calum at the moment. But like
I'll tell you right now.
Tommy's luck
if
is
we're
so
going-
weird.
Yeah.
If we're going off of lowest averages rolled per session, I have the lowest averages rolled per session.
Yeah, but
Like,
what
I
we're
have
going
the
to do
most
is
of
we're going
them.
to work out a total average for all the dice you've ever rolled, which is a better stat, basically, because you also roll
Yeah.
less in general, because you don't, as a spellcaster, you don't do attack rolls very often. So, like, that immediately, like, means that you're rolling less, which means that any big or small rolls have a bigger impact. No, Tommy's stats are so weird, because, like, he has by far rolled the most nat ones and by far rolled the least nat 20s, but actually he might not have rolled the most nat ones anymore. It might,
But
I think there's someone who's like right behind him now, but for a long time he'd rolled the most nat ones by quite a lot, and
But he
the
rolled
least
so
nat
many
20s.
like 19s and 18s.
But that's the thing, is he rolls
Yeah.
pretty consistently good, just not great, and it's just like it's very weird. Anyways,
See, like looking back at the campaign, I think I've like rolled pretty well. Apart
Yeah.
from like maybe a few sessions where I've rolled absolute dog shit and I've
Session
like plummeted
2,
to the bottom.
yeah, session 2
But, like-
was like until Callum's fucking average of 4 the other session, which is when we did the micro session where he rolled like 4 times and none of them were
4
over
is
10.
still crazy.
Yeah,
4
but like
should be illegal.
until then, Alex's dip in session 2 was by far the biggest dip, and I was like, God, I don't even remember why Alex did so bad in session 2. It was just like,
No, But like, because I feel like I rolled well, I would probably say maybe I'm the highest roller, but I feel like I'm almost overestimating that because I feel like the sessions where I have rolled badly has like really affected it.
It's definitely between you and Samo, but I think Samo at the moment has the edge. But we'll
Yeah,
find
I
I
out.
feel like I just don't have sessions where I like plummet down. I'm always consistently at least somewhere in the middle. I don't think I have like those 7 and 8 sessions.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I roll a lot of like 13s, 14s, and then like, you know, the occasional nat 20, and then like if it's not that, it's just like all below 10.
Anyways, so yeah, we'll manually fix the dice stats afterwards. I made a note of it. So, yeah, you don't really notice how Gion reacts, or you can't really get a read on it. But yeah, you have repaid Sorrow's 1 gold.
I'm not actually sure how much I gave out to everyone, so I'm just going with 1 gold. Just
It's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah.
All right. What else are people doing?
I'm not too sure we decided on where we're going next, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't
if
think
you
we
do
did.
want to leave, like obviously you what the king had said to you is you're allowed to stay in Earthhold as long as you like, but he does think, based on the fact that this Inquisitor's gone missing and probably was reporting back to Arzamor, it's only a matter of time before someone comes to find out what happened to them. Now, they're unlikely to put 2 and 2 together, but obviously if they find you here, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, he was like, "You're welcome to stay here as long as you like, but I might tell you to go get lost if someone comes knocking on our door." He also did tell you that there is a portal circle in Earthhold, so like if you needed to take the back door, you could.
Yeah.
There's also the fact that Earthhold goes miles and miles and miles underground in mountains and links to other dwarven cities. Supposedly, according to legend, the Kingdom of Heskara has multiple cities and towns and villages below the mountains that no one knows how to get to other than dwarves. So theoretically, if you want to take the back door that wasn't a portal circle and just go wandering under mountains, that's also an option.
Start doing some guerrilla dwarf warfare.
You just might never. Well, that's what they
Hiding
do.
in
That's
the
what they do
mountains.
to the Eladrins whenever the Eladrins
Yeah,
try to
that's what I
invade the
mean.
kingdom. Is they go, "Oh, good luck."
I mean, do they trade with those cities?
Yeah, but like supposedly, like strangers who like found their ways into the caverns below these mountains, they just supposedly go missing.
Right.
It's that damn Balrog, man.
Wonder what happens to those. Anyway,
I mean, we don't want to stay for too long because, like,
yeah,
if someone does come knocking, we're sitting ducks, and also like, part of me is like, well, like the Inquisitor said they have eyes and ears everywhere, so even if we left quickly, like, which is still the better option, I have a feeling that they're probably still going to know that we went to Earthhold, and that worries me, because then like that could cause problems for dwarves, but I don't really know how to get around that.
I mean, they pretty much know definitely that we did, because they traced us back from was it Valar, the tree place?
Erlendis, well, Forest of Ilmarin.
Oh yeah,
Erlendis.
horrendous. And they basically like tracked us on our way to Earthhold because they knew we were going there because of the spy that was sending in the council. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So they did already like. They know we were at least on our way here. Now with the Dead Inquisitor,
I guess the thing is at the moment is theoretically, even Inquisitor came to Earthhold and said, "Did you see these people?" The kings probably can't say no because you saw him in front of his entire council.
Yeah.
He didn't actually pledge you any promises in front of that council. He did that in private in a meal where it was just you lot, 2 of his wives, and some servants.
I even had, when I had the conversation to him, I even said, like, here's the gist. We know that your hands are basically tied. It's more than fine for you to basically side with Arzamor. But when we call you, will you answer? So I basically said to him, like, from now on, you have no ties to us. You don't have to say yes to anything. But we want to know if we do get these people and like this show of force, will you side with us or will you side with Arzamor? And he said, yeah, we'll help you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I mean-
we are well aware that they have no power to basically stop Azamor trying to track us down, and they will probably help them. We know that sort of thing. So
How does the portal circle work? Do we know?
Yeah.
Like, will it take us to a different portal circle?
So the way the portal circles, you know what? Give me either an Arcana or a History roll for this.
I also want to. Arcana history, you said?
Yep.
I'll suck at both. Let's fucking go, baby. Yep, I know everything.
Oof.
25.
Yeah, I mean, Agis knows intricately how they work. So portal circles are an older form of teleportation, which is less efficient than the more powerful magic that people can do with things like, for instance, Dai's staff allows you to basically instantaneously teleport to an area you're familiar with. Teleportation circles don't work like that. They instead are fixed gates. I'm going to use a metaphor that I feel like you're going to be familiar with, but it doesn't fit the vibes of Dragonriders, so I apologize. You know, what's that other realm called in Minecraft that you can go to that's
The
kind of
Nether.
like
The Nether?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like if you have multiple Nether portals, then you can enter one and exit another one, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's that.
Oh.
So the teleportation circles, like you can go to any other teleportation circle is in the world, as long as it's not like been destroyed or what have you. But similar to the Nether, to do that, you trek through another realm, an extra planar realm, and so you both have to be able to navigate that realm, and also it's not 100% safe. It's not like deadly, like people do it reasonably frequently, but it's not like, again, teleportation via like Dai's staff. The only risk is if you don't know the place you're going to, you might end up astray. But like,
Would that be a journey through that, or?
no, it wouldn't be.
We were gonna send Dai, Celeste, and Kytheria off, weren't we? Or did we
Yeah,
say-
Yes.
I believe the plan was send them to Kellencor.
yeah,
Was
we also
that-
have the problem of we don't know where the fuck Celeste is right now.
Oh yeah. Celeste
Yeah,
is
but-
gone.
But at this
Um,
point, there's no reason we should like try and find him. Like he could be quite literally anywhere on the fucking
You're-
continent.
Now that Tom's not here, should we send Gion off?
We could also kill her.
Hey, Gianna, stay here and talk to the Inquisitors. I'm sure they'll stop if you talk to them, but we'll go on ahead.
But seriously though, were we gonna send her off? I can't remember.
No, I don't think
Guys
we were gonna
talked
send
about-
her
Group
off.
and send Kytheria off with Dai
Yeah,
and
Kytheria,
Celeste.
Dai, and
Sending Kytheria off instead of Gion. Kytheria is so much better.
I think the main thing was that it was trusting Kytheria to be able to try and actually
Oh.
help Celeste, whereas Gion's a
Yeah.
bit of an unknown element, so it
Yeah,
was like,
fair enough, I guess.
yeah, I want to keep my eyes on her.
Well, in which case, like, if we can find out where the teleport circles go.
well, again, it's anywhere else that has a teleportation circle, so...
Yeah, but we don't know where the teleport
With a,
circles
20,
are.
with a 25, I will at least reveal some of the more major ones. You all know that there's definitely one in Valar, because you saw
That's
it.
handy.
Where is Mapazarel? There is. Yeah, there's one in Valar, because it's in the academy that y'all visited, so...
Now,
Actually, speaking about that, we should probably have a little happy conversation with Dai.
So, there isn't one in Eldari Forest or Arendis, as far as you know. As I mentioned,
However, there was a rift.
as I mentioned, there is one in Valar. There is one in Kellencor.
now Calum is the big one, right?
That's
That's
like the
the-
huge metropolis where it's like every single race kind of lives there relatively harmoniously, but it is under the rule of the Eladrin. They
Oh,
have-
is it?
They have a
Oh.
human person who, like a human governor, basically, who rules over the city, but he is 100% a pawn of the Eladrin.
Okay, so I wouldn't really need a roll to understand that basically what Valar thinks, Kalan'Or thinks, and vice versa. Basically, it's like one party.
Yeah.
Think of them as basically puppeted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, now Valar doesn't like us very much.
Next, there is one in Azamor.
Oh, let's head
Yo,
there, shall we?
Yo, let's just walk in.
The one place they'll never expect to find us.
There is not
True.
one in Elysia, because it's a newer city. However, there is
Elysia
one.
is where? Can you...
Yeah. Sorry, I realize I'm moving it around for the stream view, but it's not affecting your views at all, is it?
right.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
However, there is one in the Ardai Isles.
Ah.
Okay, interesting.
Does anyone know anything about the Ardai Isles? Like, is it a like a well-known location just in general to people?
Yeah, it's reasonably well known. You can give me a history check again to like see how much you know, but like it's reasonably well known.
Unless there's a big port there, or the Eladrin fuck around with it, I probably won't. Unless I do, because
You
I'm
do.
good with books.
Yeah, you were born there. man.
Unless I'm
Goddamn.
good
It's
with
also
books.
like a place of like arcane study, so like it kind of makes sense.
Ah,
that you know
there we
that.
go.
See what I mean? All below 10.
Nerixius, you also happen to have read about this in your time in Hellevar. The Ardai Isles is a place. It's a monastic temple or series of temples across 3 islands, where they study things like how to fight. So monks, some of them, not all of them, but some of them will come from the Ardai Isles. But also, it is a place of study of magic and history.
Is it a religious place?
Not really a religious place, no. I mean,
Okay.
like, they'll probably all like worship the gods, but it's not a religious
Yeah.
temple. It's more
Okay,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
spiritual temple.
Mhm.
And it is not ruled over by anyone. It's completely independent.
Damn. That might be
Um,
interesting.
That could be a pretty cool place to go.
Yeah.
Could definitely be handy if we need to trade or have like certain people trained up in certain things.
Still feel like that should be one of our later visits, though. I'm down to go there, but maybe not right now.
Over here, we've got the city of Grogari. Grogari is also got a teleportation circle there. If you don't remember Grogari from Songs of the Forsaken, it was a ruin back then, and it's where Calum stole someone's shield.
Can you give us the political map?
It's
quick?
not working for some reason. I mean, I can
Oh.
try. It was working for me.
Actually,
off-
I'll just open your stream. Fuck it.
I mean, it's not working on
opens.
the stream view either, but
Right. Okay.
I will
Problematic.
try this because this worked the other day, which is just switch map and switch back again with it activated.
Did you know some spells, such as magic missiles, automatically hit their targets?
Yeah, did you know?
Now I
so?
know. No. The spellcasting system uses a preparation mechanic for wizards.
Hey.
I
Yeah.
couldn't finish that because it was loading.
There we go. So
Hey,
now
there
it's
we go.
working. So yeah, Grogari is completely independent. So not ruled over by
Secret
anyone.
Island. Secret Island.
Theoretically, we could still like
Why are you?
get those people because, I mean, even though they're independent, I mean, they could still help us, right?
Why are you singing about some secret island? What secret island do you think you've discovered?
Oh, but just the one we haven't seen yet because of the fog of war.
Was that hidden
No, I
in
think-
the fog of war? I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
No.
It's just like the text
I-
was missing on it.
It's
I don't
just,
even remember. Like when Calum sang it, though, my eyes immediately drifted over to that place, but I can't remember if I've seen it before or
It's
not.
also been in the lore in your journal the entire
Yeah.
time. It's not a
I'm
secret at
pretty
all.
sure it wasn't.
That's the Kingdom of Vytheria, which is the Drow kingdom.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
And yes, there is a teleportation circle in the capital city, the hanging city of Narsonia.
now if we go there, we basically have to get the teleportation thingy back, or use the ice staff, or use a boat. But who likes boats?
Or sail, yeah.
Nobody likes
Um,
boats if we can teleport.
There is one in Oris.
Who's the yellow?
That
Is that their own kingdom?
Yeah, it's their own kingdom. That is the kingdom of Vires, I think. Yeah, kingdom of
I feel like that
Vires.
makes sense
human kingdom
to go there next.
living in the deserts. It's also Celeste's homeland and Dai's homeland, but
Oh,
obviously
damn.
Dai's homeland in several thousand years, or about 1,500 years.
Can I
What-
roll
wait.
history to know anything about their political relationships?
Sure. You've got
Oh,
no idea,
God.
Nerexius.
Yep.
You're not sure you've ever even heard of the Kingdom of Valenn.
That place doesn't exist.
The ruined, yeah, you know that, like, you know, it's
Motherfuckers should start reading books.
I am. I'm constantly reading.
No, you're writing books. That's different.
No. I bought a book to read and then add my own stuff to. So that's what I've been doing.
he also
Hey,
did
I
go
mean-
to the library last session and read. So like,
Yeah.
I bought a children's book with 7 pages. If you want to read that.
Yeah, you're oh no, because
yeah, and just as a reminder, we confirmed
The
that was a
trauma.
children's book that the ruined used to read to his daughter, and that's why he
Oh, what
recognized
the
the title.
trauma.
Oh. Well,
Yep.
Sorry, man.
With a 9, you don't know much about the Kingdom of Valenn other than it's a desert kingdom, so quite a kind of like reasonably harsh environment to live in. Pretty much all the settlements are based around rivers or lakes or oasi. Not sure on the terminology there.
That's probably right.
And yeah, this kingdom is mostly owned by humans. But you
What
don't-
about Calum's role?
With a 23, you do not believe that they are allied with Aasimar. They
Good.
have had occasional tiffs with their neighbors, the Kingdom of Terral, the Tiefling Kingdom.
Sorry, I'm foreign. What does tiffs mean?
Fights. Small little fights.
Scraps, fucking
yeah.
barmies.
They've not been at
Continue.
war for, decades, but like particularly the villages that are like on the edges of the Kingdom of Valenn and the Kingdom of Terral, they will occasionally be like, oh,
Border wars.
yeah,
let's
we're starting to
go.
starve. How about we go and attack these people who aren't the same as us? That's fun, isn't it? So yeah. But other than that, no like major political allegiances. They are also the city of Valenn, which is what the kingdom is named after, is the capital city, and that is kind of the gateway to eastern Terral. So, like, if you wanted, like, let's say Aasimar, as an example, wanted to trade with the kingdom of the orcs, the kingdom of the tieflings, chances are they're going to be going via Valenn, because it's just like otherwise it's a really long journey to do uninterrupted. So-
Where's like the king, quote unquote? In what
Valenn.
city? Okay.
So yeah, there's a teleportation circle in Oris. There is also a teleportation circle not in Valenn, but in the Ceralos,
Sus.
which is just next door, a couple of days away,
Oh, okay.
or like a day away. And there is also a teleportation circle in Nepharis, which is in the Tiefling Kingdom of Terron.
Is that the main city?
That is the
Or-
capital, I believe. Yeah, I'm just
The
double
capital, yeah.
checking. So I'm skim reading my own notes here. Yeah, Nepharis, which is a much smaller city than some of the other Tiefling cities, but it is the capital.
Okay.
And there is also one at Chimeros and at Arkmira.
Okay.
A quick question. Just because I don't think I was there for it. I know you did mention it earlier, but I just want to double check. We weren't betrayed by the King of Erendis, were we? We basically just got ratted on by a spy in his court.
The implication was it was a spy in his court, yeah.
Okay, all right. So like we technically still do have an ally in the king.
So far, I think every kingdom we've gone to is on our side except for Valar.
I think
I mean, I would
I
say...
think
sorry, the Kingdom of Elysia isn't on your side because, like, you haven't met the queen or anything like that yet. Or, yeah, it is a queen. But you've been to Nil Naid, and Nil Naid likes you, and Melamil likes you. So, like, you've got good relations there, but, like, on, like, a kingdom scale,
okay.
that you're not really known about. But like you do have some allies there, just not the entire
Yeah.
kingdom.
Okay.
I mean, if we want to go back there at any point to petition to the did you say it was the Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we did want to petition the Queen, then the fact that we do have some allies there,
Well,
like, could help us
Mhm.
out. I think if we're gonna, like, I know we've not decided if we're gonna take a portal circle or not, but if we do, I think it's probably best that we go to one of the eastern kingdoms, or maybe
I
Gregaria, just
agree.
because it isn't, like, owned by anyone. But I think if we're going to try and convince any one of them to side with us, we're going to have a more difficult time simply because they're not really going to be, like, involved. I mean, maybe Kellencor might, like, start, like, moving on over that way. But seeing as our main focus is Aasimar at the moment, I don't think the Eladrin are going to be much of a concern for them. At least that's not what we're trying to, like, persuade them on. So I think because they're so far away from Aasimar, they're probably not going to really care that much.
The
I have a
final
question. Oh.
teleportation circle that you are aware of in Terral is at Core Point, which is the Orcish capital city.
Okay.
So basically, all the capital cities have one, except for Arendis, and then some other major cities have them. There are, with that 25, I think it is, that you got, Agis, that there are also teleportation there are teleportation singles in your area. There are teleportation circles in the Abraean Sea, which is the kind of islands to the south. You don't know where any of them are, but you have heard that there are teleportation circles there. And also there are almost certainly teleportation circles in the Kingdom of Valenn, which is the kind of tropical continent far to the west, which is where Fates and Tides was set. But again, you're not
West or
familiar
east?
enough with those locations to know where those teleportation circles are.
I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, do we know if I don't know, I'll just call it the yellow part. I forget the name.
It's fine. Kingdom of Valenn.
That. If they have like a strong navy, is that like well known because they're like at water or some stuff?
They've got a decent navy. I would say that probably the Eladrin and Aasimar have stronger navies, I would say. But yeah, it's not like it's probably the third biggest navy in the continent.
Okay. And second
the
question.
Tieflings almost virtually don't have a navy. And,
Yeah, I figured.
The Orcs don't really have like much of a formal navy, but they do have like boats and what have you.
Okay.
And then again, Elysia is a fairly new kingdom. They haven't really established much of a navy.
Yeah.
It is also worth noting that the majority, but not all, the majority of the Eladrin kingdom, the Kingdom of Valenn, is mostly focused around Kellencor. That's where most of their navy is, rather than up north, because they don't really need it as much up north, because the main enemy, quote unquote, is the dwarves.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Second question. If we travel a longer distance per the teleportation thingy, does it take longer
Yes.
inside that realm?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be shorter than walking there in real space, but it is.
Yeah,
the
but
further you go, the longer
Yeah.
it takes.
exactly. Yep. Okay.
I feel like with the Orcs, it's probably going to just be like a show of strength that we're going to need to do to try and get them on side.
I got that.
But I think they're going to be very useful just for the fact that they have even somewhat of a navy. And I think Oris is going to be extremely useful because if we just combine them, at least it gives us a decently sized navy to try and combat Aasimar.
I agree.
Rather than just going for like fully like on land battles, just so we can like attack from both sides, because then we
Also-
can draw some of their attention away as well.
Aasimar is like, if you look over at Aasimar, like there is a port. The majority of the city is like a decent chunk away from this large lake of Arthael Basin, but if you can attack from sea, like that's pretty good. Like most of Aasimar is in this kind of like almost like caldera where there's like mountains surrounding it. So like that, you could attack that bit from ship, but like taking over the surrounding ports obviously is like, that would be very tactically advantageous. So
Yeah, 'cause you'd basically put them into like effectively just a siege.
yeah.
And another good thing, if we do manage to like get all of the like eastern ones as well, or at least the bigger ones. I know we're not exactly going to be able to get rid of Kalancore, but if we have people just going around the continent, then when it comes to war, when we have the navy and people just roaming around, we may be able to like cut off their trade routes and everything, and just like cause attrition.
Yeah.
I mean, we are forgetting, while we don't have good standing with the Eladrins, if we are able to basically get, in a perfect world, if we were to have the majority of every other kingdom side with us, and then basically went to them, hey, we know you're not happy with Azamor. If you want to join us and our massive, army that we have amassed, and basically the commerce of you get something out of this, it's basically, you're basically backing the right horse here to help us.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than what our original plan was, to basically be like, hey, join us. We've got really nothing to show for it.
I
See,
agree. I feel like
my worry is that the Eldari are gonna side with Azamor, if that's the case, because they may see that we've amassed this massive army filled with all the other kingdoms, and then they might get a bit sketched out by that and be like, okay, well, once I take Azamor, we know that we're not on best of terms with everyone. What's to stop them from coming for us? Maybe it's better to side with Azamor and keep things like in line, basically.
Just to clarify, I assume you meant the Eladrin because you said Eldari.
Eladrin, yeah, sorry, been playing Rogue Trader.
Very similarly named locations and such, like a lot of these in the world of songs, which trips me up, and I'm the one who fucking made it, so you're fine. But I just wanted to confirm that you weren't suspicious.
Yeah, been in the Warhammer headspace.
Just to clarify though, like it's not like these two don't like each other. They're at war basically with each other, right?
Well,
Like they
Azamor and the Eladrin.
They have
Yes.
been in the past.
They have been multiple times in the past. They are the two superpowers, and basically
it's like Russia and the USA.
yeah,
basically.
and if you use that parallel, let's say that the Eladrin is Russia, then Russia was also at war in the Middle East with the Tieflings or something. I don't remember where Russia's been at war with.
But they have a much more, they have a way bigger reason to fight against Azamor if the chance comes up.
But the reason why that's important as well is that what Azamor came in and did is broke up that war and went, Tieflings and the Eladrin, you're not fighting anymore, and we're taking away your nukes. And if you ever try again to have nukes, we'll just nuke you. The nukes being dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just see it that they would, while they don't like us at the moment, I don't think they could pass up an opportunity to basically dismantle their biggest competitor.
Yeah,
I would hope that's the case, but as I said, that is a concern of mine, is that they would just turn around and be like, well, this could spell disaster for us eventually, and therefore we kind of want to just keep things
I feel like
relatively as they are, because realistically they may not even want to get involved, because if we have a big enough army to dent Azamor, even weaken them,
I feel like
regardless of whether we defeat them or not, as long as we make a dent and weaken them, then the Eladrin can then just swoop in and take them out anyway. And if we've lost a lot during that war, then it just puts them in a better position to just take everything.
Yeah, that's so. I think them siding with Azamor is probably the least likely.
I agree.
Decision that could happen.
It can happen. I agree, but
siding with us or them just staying neutral and seeing who wins and then basically finishing off the others is a much more lucrative opportunity for them.
That being said,
by that point, though, we've finished the campaign because we've done whatever we needed to do with Azamor. So whatever happens
you do
then.
realize that the defeat of Azamor is not the end of the campaign, right?
Hell
no.
yeah.
That's the end of Arc 1, mate.
Yeah, that's the end of the
God.
first arc.
I don't know if I've ever said this. Full disclosure, I kind of franchise my campaigns a little bit.
Baldur's Gate 3 style.
Songs 3 has been in development for a fucking long time, and I'm aware of that. And I know that Songs 3 is kind of the end of what I want to do with a story I started in Songs of the Ancients. It's not necessarily going to be the last Songs campaign. There theoretically could be stuff set after Songs 3, but that all depends on like what happens in Songs 3 largely. But like that's the end of like a thing I started, which is why it's Songs 3.
I feel like there needs to be a few more spin-offs before there's another main installment, like
yeah.
Star Wars.
Exactly. And but then I started to have this idea ages ago for a campaign set during Time of Celeste, and I went, that'll be after Songs 3. That's like where I could potentially take Songs, and then the idea just kept in the back of my brain, and Songs 3 is taking forever. I went, I kind of just want to do this now. So literally Dragonriders could end up, in terms of like the name Dragonriders, could end up lasting 10 years, honestly, of our lives.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily see you all playing the same characters that entire time. I don't necessarily see it being all
What
the
does
same.
that mean?
In terms of, like, you might choose to retire your characters. That's one of the loading screens that you'll get about, by the way, is about retiring.
Oh, we talked about that earlier. Well, it wouldn't be so funny if you just woke up one day and like your character's just like, yeah, I think I'm just done, really. I'm just gonna go.
I've even like thought about the possibility of like potentially at some point making you all make new player characters, and when I say at some point, I mean like probably after defeating Arzamor, and like once you've played these characters quite a lot, and then being able to be like, which character do I want to play for this like story arc or this adventure or whatever, and basically just
I actually like that idea.
Yeah, so like anyways,
we're all just one big party, and it's like, oh, who are we gonna take to go on this adventure?
yeah.
If the Ruin survives, I'd love for him to like start training up blood hunters and stuff, and then I play one of them and like have the Ruined as an NPC and have you do the
Because
voice.
basically Dragonriders
And then he retires.
Dragonriders, the way I see us probably ending it when we eventually do end it like fully, is with the fall of Arzamor, as in the thing that you saw in Songs of the Forsaken, which is like several decades in universe away from right now. So like theoretically, yeah, you could absolutely play like the second generation of blood hunters and have the Ruin be floating around as an NPC or floating around as a character that you occasionally come in and roleplay for like little bits and what have you. That totally works. We've obviously talked a lot about other kingdoms. I do just want to highlight, you haven't really talked much about, as Calum put it, Secret Island. So what about the Drow
Secret Island.
in Vytheria?
Secret Island.
I mean,
Ruin will just be fucking the Oathbreaker Knight from BG3. Just this mysterious.
oops,
Not all good.
I mean, the Ruins Drow, right?
He is. He's not
yeah,
from...
but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't from there. He wasn't raised anywhere near.
Hello, fellow Drow. How do you do?
I also don't know if they'd look at him and be like, ah, yes, he's a drow.
Also, we have one little trump card with Valar, and that being that they don't know who I am. Meaning, I can just walk in there.
Yeah,
True.
there we go. That's done.
Your
It's
glamour
done.
is a
The
human,
wild card.
but,
But I'm also very persuasive.
Wild
Just let me
card,
walk in there.
bitches.
Can I roll history just to see if I know anything about
Sure.
it anyway?
I'll roll with.
Watch
I've
this. It's
read
going to be
about these
below
places.
10 again.
Ah,
I won't. I assume the Eladrin, like...
Oh, no.
that's good.
I don't know.
with
Like,
a 16,
cropped
you
out
know
history.
that the Kingdom of Vytheria is an island nation off of the coast of the Kingdom of Valenn, so off of the coast of the Eladrin Kingdom, and is made up of Drow. Drow, funnily enough, you might see this as being a common trend that lots of people can say that they have as like a thing that they have in common. They were subjugated by the Eladrin, and they don't like the Eladrin very much. So eventually there was this max exodus of Drow from the lands of the Eladrin, and they moved to this island nation and built up a kingdom there.
I feel like...
that was
Oh,
several
sorry.
hundred years ago. The Drow are, at this point, very well established as being, along with the Tieflings, they're kind of well known for being the best at developing new technologies, mostly in conjunction with using magic. So Arzamor has a lot of big tech and big magic, but it's kind of stuff that they've either stolen or like they've had experts in those fields come over. The drow and the tieflings are kind of the best at fusing technology and magic together, and the dwarves, sure, throwing the dwarves there as well. And of the three of them, the drow are probably the best. I name dropped the capital city of the drow earlier as the Hanging City of Narsonia. It's called the Hanging City because it floats in the air suspended by chains. They built an entire city that floats in the air.
This right here.
I can't see where you're pinging because I've got the journal open. Hold on. Yes, it's that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, so far, I feel like we've also just been thinking about, like, numbers. But, like, with these types of kingdoms, maybe we don't need them realistically. Like, if we can get a big enough army without having their people join in, like, if they are able to, like, provide, like, technology and stuff to help in the war, that could also be extremely useful.
Yeah, we'll take anything we can get.
Like, if we can just equip our army with, like, the best shit, then even that gives us an edge. Because, again, they're so far away that it probably doesn't really concern them. But if we're like, hey, look, if these places do spread, eventually we'll get to your, like, kingdom, and we just want to nip it in the bud. We're not saying you have to, like, completely go off into war. Like, we'll handle all that, just give us like resources and supplies and like kind of like fund our military, kind of.
The other wrinkle that's worth thinking about when it comes to, and this might work, it might not work, but like an element to be aware of as a reminder is when you interrogated the Inquisitor Alden, when you had killed him and were using Speak with Dead, he name-dropped the Ebon Guard, this cult that he is a part of, or was a part of. That cult is... multiple Dragonriders are members of that cult, although not all of them are. And that cult seems to be spread around the entire world, but is concentrated in Arzamal. So the vibe you got is that really, while Arzamal is pretty evil, it's the cult that's pulling the strings in Arzamal.
Can non-Dragonriders... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can non-Dragonriders also be Ebon Guard?
There were the vast majority of the Ebon Guard are not Dragonriders, but several Dragonriders are Ebon Guard members. The one that you know for sure is a member of the Ebon Guard is Zebeth, who is the drow that you met as Zila, who gave you the Speak with Dead scroll and invited you to come down to Vera's Gardens. So, bye, Alex.
Rip Alex.
Peace and freedom, friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Alex.
Hello, no idea what happened there.
It's alright.
Just connected me for some reason.
So there is also the element of like, yeah, sure, Arzamal might not be a threat to you, but if you can find out what the Ebon Guard is up to, the Ebon Guard could be a threat to everyone, because that's not political powers and political plays going on. That's something darker and more nefarious.
It's a cult.
Yeah, it's a cult specifically to Dusk. So,
my homie.
So, I don't know about you guys, but if we are splitting the party, I think it would be a good idea for us to head out straight away. Dai's probably, I don't know, gonna do something. Knowing him, he'll have a way to meet up with Celeste.
How about...
if he can, and then... are they having general autonomy of where they're going to like help with influence, or are we gonna like formulate a plan with them?
I think you were gonna formulate a plan with them at the time, which is obviously before Celeste fucked off with a dragon. The plan was to send Dai, Celeste, and Kypheria to Kalankor. But obviously,
Kalankor.
I kind of like the idea of them basically slowly heading east, so they go to Kalankor and then they go to the humans, the tieflings, the orcs. So we could like go to the drow and then head straight to the orcs and then head and then basically meet in the middle, sort of thing.
That might be a good idea, but I don't know if it's a good idea to send them to Kalankor. I mean, Kytheria is like literally broke out of prison.
That's true.
True. I think the main reason why Kalankor was...
I think the reason was because she was pretty chill in that area, wasn't she?
Well, she's not from that
She
area.
know-
She's from Valar. It's like she knows the area
No,
a
she's
little
straight
bit,
from
but
Valar. Right.
no, I think the main reason why is because it is like this hub of commerce and information and what have you, but also it is where you know or you think that the slaves who were taken from Ishtalo, all the way down here, you're fairly certain that 2 ships basically went in 2 different directions, one north to Arzamor and one south, in which case if it was going south, the chances are it was going to go to Kalankor and then Vera's Gardens, So
I'm fine with them sending them off to, for example, I'm calling it the yellow place again, I don't care. Because that's, for example, where Dai is from as well. I don't think splitting off to go to Kalankor is the play. I think Kalankor is the most dangerous place of it all.
Yeah, Dai, to be fair, is from like pretty much exactly here. So he's not from like a city or anything.
I mean, we can always skip Kalankor
he's
and
from
have
the
it
Overland.
as
Can you think
have
the
it as
place
a
again he's
place to
from?
go together.
Just below the E, basically.
Oh, we don't see the name.
It's not got a name. It was a hut in the desert when he was met in Songs of the Ancients.
Right. Alright.
His background may or may not be the Outsider or whatever. I can't remember what it's called now.
But I would still assume that he has historical knowledge about this place more than any one of us.
He has knowledge of the place, but it might be out of date because he's from the future.
Sure, but like someone of his caliber would probably know something about like the past.
Yeah, and
especially of
also
his, like,
he
old
at least
place.
knows the geography. Like that
Yeah.
won't change significantly.
I feel like that's beneficial to send him there, especially since it's a desert that might be fucky.
And
Sending
also,
him
if
there
he
might be, like-
reunites with Celeste, Celeste is from there. Well, to be fair,
True.
Celeste is technically not from there. Celeste is from Elwys, which is like the same region, like geographically, but it's actually not part of the kingdom formally because that kingdom hasn't spread that far north.
Yeah. So
What I will say in the future is it is part of that kingdom in the future. So like eventually that kingdom does spread that far north, but yeah, that board just hasn't spread that far yet.
yeah. So my vote is we send them off to Yellow Place and we go to Drow Place. That's my call. And we leave
But
Kalankor
you
open
do have to
for
remember
now.
that we are going to be split for a while, so we can't just say go to that place and then wait there because we're going to be split up for quite a while.
Well, I mean, we just do what you just said, right? They go to Yellow Place, then to Orange Place, and then wait there. We go Drow Place, Purple Place, and then we go
Basically
to
just moving east.
Orange Place. Basically, and then we just close.
I mean, we
in
have the
on
sending stones as well, so
exactly.
Yeah, the sending stone is with Celeste.
which we'll use to. Wait, it's actually with Celeste?
Yeah.
I thought it was with Dai.
Nope.
Wait, we could just call him.
Oh, I could have been using
We
this
can ring him
entire
up.
time.
I was waiting for you
Yo,
to work
wait.
that out, but like...
Wait, we can ring him the fuck up.
I thought we gave it to Dai.
Didn't Celeste
Yeah, I
block
was.
it?
Okay, well, yo, ring him up.
Oh, I better fucking message him at some point.
But he can reply once, right?
He
Like
can
it's
reply
back and
once
forth once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now is it actually in our? Actually, we could try and figure out where they are, and then the others go look for them while we start gathering up allies. Now that might be a PogChamp idea.
I mean, I'm happy to go to the Drow place anyway.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the next
like the
place
idea
we
of
should
going
go.
there.
Mhm.
It's also, like, full disclosure, this area has never existed in Songs before. So, like,
Which one? The
Oh.
draw place?
so, like this is completely...
It's been blown the fuck
This
up.
is completely new territory. Whereas, like, you've been hitting a lot of places that you never went to in Songs of the Forsaken. Like, I don't think you ever actually went to Earthhold. You definitely didn't go to Arendis. I'm not sure that you ever actually went to Valar either. But you went to this, like, area but just I don't think you ever went to those specific locations. But yeah, the Drow area just straight up wasn't in the game. So.
Okay, let's try and contact Celeste? Question mark? And then after we get a reply, we can go from there.
Yeah,
what you
I
want to
mean
do.
that's probably the best idea.
See if the DM offers you an inspiration roll. Ah, can I get inspiration on that?
No.
Did you not read the rest of it?
It was gone too quickly.
You have to do a devil's deal if you want it.
No, I think his one was about
It basically
specifically
says-
inspiration, where you can just ask, like you can always say
Yeah.
that you think you deserve inspiration for something. But yes, there is one about Devil's Deal as
Oh,
well.
I thought it was the rolling without inspiration question mark.
Oh yeah, there is that one.
The DM could always offer you a devil's deal to gain inspiration.
No, it's not to gain inspiration. It's to achieve what you want to do. Inspiration is a
Yeah.
reroll. A Devil's Deal, I won't just give you an extra dice roll. That's a kind of shitty Devil's Deal. I'll let you do
Now-
what you want to do, and then
A
it will
devil's
cost you.
deal for a quadruple backflip.
So you want to achieve a quadruple backflip? Okay.
Yes.
And also make that a new achievement. so only Nyrixius has it.
Sure. I just need to work out what the price of that is now.
Do a flip.
It's just randomly after eating the watermelon, he's just.
Lands it.
It's his new double jump animation. So anytime he jumps in the air, he's forced to do it.
Alright. So you want to cast Sending on your Sending Stones.
Yes.
Alright, do it.
Wait, how many words was it? Was it 20 words?
He'll say when he
25.
posts it, but yeah.
25,
25.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just someone in the background quickly counting to 25 to like limit the words.
Do it. It's like writing a haiku.
This is why I wanted to write it out beforehand, and now I've been put on the spot because I've got to fucking do it.
Well, you maybe should have remembered that Celeste had the Sending
Oh,
Stone.
words are hard. I honestly thought Dai had it.
Nope.
Like, honestly, I thought
I
we
think
just
you
gave
gave
it
it to
Dai.
Celeste specifically because you trusted him more than Die.
Yeah, I think that was the reasoning. But I also completely
Yeah.
forgot that we did.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. How do I want to word this?
Oh,
So
fuck.
So our initial plan was to send Dying Kytheria to Horus, right? To meet up with Celeste. So why don't we just say
Oh, we don't know where the fuck he is.
yeah?
so-
Well, why don't we just say go to Horus? We're sending Dying Kytheria.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's capable of going there currently.
Well, we don't know.
Here's
Like,
a-
we
have
don't
to-
know his situation.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
probably got a dragon by now.
Or he's captured, or he's like doing something more important, or he's lost 2 legs,
or he's
Nah.
dead, and I decided to piss Alex off even more with time travel shenanigans by
True.
breaking the timeline.
This is the new future.
Fuck you.
or he just simply ignores
Songs
us.
2 ceases to exist.
Or like, get deceived, fucko. This is the multiverse. This is a parallel universe in which Celeste didn't make it.
The only way to make sure that Celeste actually survives is to do something epic while Madonna plays in the background.
Now that's
Alright,
the devil
okay,
deal
okay.
I'm about to. Yeah.
I don't know. The Ruined has faith in Celeste.
Yeah, I mean, but
Right.
so we should figure out.
Okay.
Where he
okay,
is?
Okay. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Just thinking
Fuck,
every
it's
time,
my
every
brain.
time this is cast on like Dimension 20 or Critical Role, they absolutely cut around it, don't they?
All Celeste hears as it enters his mind is, "Fuck my brain."
Fuck my brains, that's 3 words used.
I feel like Brother Man's counting syllables instead of words.
It's raining on Mount Fuji.
Yeah, that's gonna fit in there as well.
Okay, I think I've got something. Right.
By the way, it doesn't have to be 25 words. It's just a maximum of 25.
No, I know. Right, what was that place that we're sending Dai and Kofir to? Is Os something,
Oris
right?
is what Alex suggested.
Oris.
Which is not,
Hey, you,
Okay.
what you up to?
which is not the capital, but it's like the one that's in the center of that
Yeah.
kingdom.
Yeah, right, okay. So, Celeste. Hope my vision was true. Sending Dai and Kytheria to
Oris.
Oris, thank you. Meet them if possible.
Okay, unfortunately, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but Celeste is actually, it's 3 words, Celeste. So, you said Celeste 3 times, that's an extra 9 words, and then Kytheria is also a 3. Kytheria.
Shut the fuck up.
So,
And for my final 4, good luck, stay safe or something. I don't know, fucking. The last one's there.
cool.
But there you go.
Hey, Calum, can you roll me a luck roll?
Oh, you motherfucker. Why
Come
would I
on.
roll luck roll?
Yes.
Come on, 100.
Just roll me a d20.
No. No, I've been
I'm like,
rolling
shut
well, so this is gonna go so bad.
Cool.
Ooh.
His sending stone didn't fall out of his pocket during the whole being on the back of the dragon.
Motherfucker. Don't do that to me.
Wait, what was the DC for that? Was it just 10?
Above a 5.
A 5.
Oh.
Do that to me, man.
Now Pete has to contemplate what Celeste is going to say back, if he can.
Otherwise, he would have just messaged like
The
a bunch
reply.
of fucking goblins.
Ah!
I'm
Why
dead.
am I on fire?
I sensed you there, but wasn't sure it was real. 10 words. I will try my best, but I have been delayed.
5 more.
I've got 5 more, but I can't think of anything else worthwhile adding in that 5 words, so
Did he say I sensed you there, or I
What you're
sent you
wearing
there?
right now?
I sensed.
Okay.
Which Calum's message said, I hope my vision was true, so take from that what
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
will.
What the, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Like,
To be fair, I
fucking-
think sending is mental, so you wouldn't even know what
Mental,
Agis
yes.
specifically said or what Celeste said back, but
He just finishes it off with skibbity toilet Riz Edge Mew.
I saw an Instagram reel as like Zoomer slang of things like skibbity toilet. It made me feel really old until I realized it just makes it just sounds like people are speaking Simlish.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. I think it's so funny.
also,
I just don't understand it. I have no.
I
real
don't
opinion on
understand
I
it
just don't
either.
Understand it.
I heard someone saying serving cunt the other day, and
Oh,
I was like,
understand that one.
what does that even mean?
I
I
understand.
love
that.
it, but I don't know what it means.
It's where you're serving cunt. You just look fucking
Yeah, it's when you're
awesome.
serving-
Or like, I look really cunty today. I'm like, is
Yeah.
that a good thing?
Yes, it is. It's a real good thing. You
Oh.
want to be serving cunt at all times.
I can't
Serving
wait
that
for the room.
skibbity cunt.
Google
wait for
how to
this
serve
year.
cunt in plate armor, and you'll find some good pictures.
sorry.
There was
I
like a
can't
trend
really
on
get-
Twitter with cosplayers.
I can't wait until we get into like the summer tide and the noon tide, and Ruined has his like brat summer arc. I can't wait.
Sorry, it's not in plate armor. It's just how do you serve cunt in armor. But Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a trend last year on Twitter.
it's a good trend.
Anyways,
Right. Cool.
So the other people fuck off,
right.
and we go draw a place.
Where's Di and Kytheria? Let's have this conversation then, shall we?
you
Yeah.
can
After I've
find
done my
them
sending.
in. They're probably in the room where you've been planning your thing with a folded up map of the world. So
Agis just
Yeah.
just counting the words.
I've just been sitting there this entire time. Like,
Yeah.
you're also
10
a little
minutes.
bit pissed off at how quickly Celeste responded back.
wait, really?
Well, he responded back
Like,
as quickly
quick?
as I did, and you
Oh,
took
right.
fucking forever. So
Okay. Well, he's still alive, so that's something to be happy about, I guess. He knows where you guys will be heading. Whether he gets there in a quick fashion or not is yet to be seen. He says he's very worried.
I have a feeling he will be fine, and we will see him. Or
Sure you do.
He says, questioning, but like pointing towards the map.
Yes.
Very well.
Then
Okay.
from there,
So go ahead.
just keep heading east, and hopefully we will meet up. And then plan the rest of the journey together.
Where are we meeting? Says Kytheria. Because just heading east, there's a lot of east, so.
In the
There is a lot of east, but like
tiefling place would make sense for Kytheria at least.
for now, I'm not sure, and I think it makes more sense to figure this out with the sending stones.
Okay, that's fine.
But that
Because we'll
would
be giving each other daily reports of where we are anyway.
But that would require for them to
Because
absolutely find Celeste. If they don't, we can't communicate with them.
well, Celeste knows where they're going to be, so even if it does take him ages to get there,
Yeah, well, he
like
has
they
to
should
get
still
there.
meet unless anything bad fucking happens.
Yeah, which he's alone, as far as we know.
We could always just see if the dwarves have any sending stones we can buy.
Yeah, I think I'm more comfortable with that. Sending
Yeah,
stones
or we
seems
could
like
just have it
something-
as like a base.
There isn't any sending stones that were in the shop. So if you want to buy a sending stone, I would say it's going to need luck roll. I'm just going to check though. There was the merchant who had various scrolls. I'm just going to see if he had a spell scroll of sending, which is one time
Scroll
use,
sending.
but like it's better than nothing.
While you look at that, what is you can do, Alex, with like your hair or whatever?
It's only within 10 miles.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
I just had a look.
It's not that far of a range. If not, we can have a base fallback line in quotation marks, which is if anything is to happen or anyone gets split up to head to one city or town, we set a sort of a place marker to hold up, lay low. And
Where, whereabouts would we do that though? Because realistically, the only
Well-
places that we can go to for like shelter are, like Arendis, Earthhold, and stuff. But that's pretty much off limits. I'd say our best place
I'd say
would be to
the
go
Tiefling
to.
Kingdom.
Yeah,
You think?
I agree.
Well,
It's small,
from what we
it's-
know, they really have no issues with anyone, do they?
Yeah,
Well,
especially
they
not
have-
with their own kind.
They have issues with Vlar,
Okay,
Yeah.
but
than the Eladrin. They probably also have a bit more of an issue with Arzamor, for the similar reason as to why Valar has an issue with
That's-
Arzamor.
good enough of a
But,
reason.
At the same time, and I'll give you this for free because you rolled quite well with your history rolls earlier. the Tieflings were losing the war against the Eladrin, so Aasimar getting involved did save them.
Save them.
So
right.
while they're not allies of Aasimar, and also they did get their dragons taken off by Aasimar as well. Like, you know, there is an element of like, yeah, they probably would have been wiped out or subjugated or something if Aasimar hadn't come along. But the main reason why Aasimar came along wasn't to save them; it was because they were like literally like burning down entire cities with the dragon wars. So
Yeah.
It's still just to lay low, though. I feel like this is still our best bet. It's surrounded by mountains. Like, Kytheria is a tiefling. She probably has, like, some kind of benefits there.
as far as you know, she has never been to that kingdom, though, just as an FYI.
Sure, but tieflings are known to be, like, among themselves, right? So if there's a tiefling
That has been funny enough, that's been a sort of vibe in this campaign specifically, where, like, the tiefling really care about, I don't know, like, what does Tommy say? Like his friends?
My people!
His humans or something? Right.
His comrades.
Comrade. Our people.
My comrades. But yeah, no, like as you say, like they are like they probably wouldn't like they probably be welcoming if anything to her. It's just that she doesn't know that area.
Yeah.
But obviously, like with you lot potentially heading there to meet up, Sorrows will know specifically the area he was from intricately. Oh, I accidentally paused the game.
There are two factions though, aren't there? Because there's the faction that doesn't really like agree with their like main sort of leader.
It's not so much there are two factions in the sense of like in a conflict, but there are two like main types of tieflings. There are the kind of more tribal tieflings who are living in smaller settlements in the mountains, and
It's more of like ideology.
yeah, and they tend to be more like your barbarians or your rangers or your druids, and then you have the tieflings who are building up big giant arcane items and works and such like, who are like the more thinking people of like academics and artificers, that sort of thing. The city, the kingdom as a whole is still ruled out of its old capital city of Netheris, which is much smaller than the much more modern cities of Arkmaria and Chimeros, but it's the legacy sort of thing. So like that's a much more like old school place, but that is where the chieftain rules out of.
Because what I'm thinking is, if we just have a place that's central to the plate, like to where we would meet up, that means if anything does happen and you're split from a party and you have no way to communicate, you can just go there, and then when the party does connect, and then they're like, "Oh shit, you're missing Kytheria. We should go to, you know, this place that we've ordained to like basically meet back up with them." And
Yeah,
then
it's basically
the people
like an
that have been
emergency
split up, all they have to do is go to the city and then just lay low.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
If that's our plan, then I reckon Nefaris should also be the place where we meet them after we're done anyway. Like if we head over in that direction, just because it's closer for them, and also then like if once we've regrouped and we've got everyone, we can head over east maybe to the Orcs, just so that we're at like full force.
Yeah. As I said, it could be the case that it takes us longer in the Orc Kingdom to get all our shit sorted, and they could already be in the Tiefling pace or like past it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I said it's with the Sending Stone we can find out on a closer date. But if we just have one solid point where we can say anything goes wrong, this is the place to to meet.
Like the last resort, basically.
Suffocation.
Suffocation, no breathing. My bad.
Oh my god, that was a reference from Sour.
So
did it.
Nefaris
I feel like I've done that before.
Nefaris then is going to be your fallback, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, you have Papa Roach in Germany? What?
What do you mean, bro?
Damn, I want to hear that in German.
We're not a communist country. We're not like you're consuming our shit, bro.
Wait,
Nothing.
You have internet in Germany?
No, I'm stealing that off of like some British guy.
Oh, okay.
Bitter Papa Roach.
I've added a little blue flag pin to Nefaris then. It's not super visible with the political overlay, because the political overlay is also overlaying the little flag. But just means that I can remember more easily, and it should be visible.
I don't think I can see it anyway. So
it's right here, but like.
Nope. Can't see it.
I don't believe you. I think you're just colorblind.
Can't see it either.
Can you see it now? It's in the mountains.
Nope.
Stream view can see it.
You can't. Maybe that's fog of war bullshit.
Oh, it might be fog of war bullshit. That's true.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I can definitely remember that. That's where we're going.
yeah. I mean,
Fine.
it's just also.
As long as you know where it is, Pete. As long as you know where the flag is, and we say
Yeah.
that one place, you can be like, yeah, it's here.
All right. I'll have
So,
to work out the journey separately.
Yeah.
But,
How's that?
you wanna...
How's that sound for them?
It
Well, for them,
sounds
it's
like
gonna
a-
take.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, they're also taking the stone, right? Probably.
What?
They're not walking. The
Well,
teleportation stone
Are you
thingy.
planning
Blah
on
blah
taking
blah.
the teleportation circle? Yeah.
I'm.
Oh, we are definitely. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
I think we are. Yeah. Especially
Whether
since
they
we go
want
to the
to.
drow place. I would assume they do the same. Question mark. Do they?
It's up to them, because if Celeste is going to take a while, quotation marks, to get there, they might just find that walking on foot might be a bit better.
Either way, though, like teleportation circle. If you're going to take it, they will probably take it as well, just because otherwise they have to go
That's fair
through
enough.
the Eladrin Kingdom, and Kypheria is a wanted criminal.
Yeah, exactly. I was
So.
just about to say that. I feel like both just doing that is fine, especially since.
It's just what might be, as I said, it will be longer the further you travel, so maybe it's better to do a shorter distance than teleportation circle and then travel the rest on foot. But I will leave that up to you whether you guys
That's
wanna do
actually a
that as
good
well.
point.
Like
Yeah.
potentially Grogari and then travel south down to Oris.
Yeah,
might be
I
better
think
for
that
them.
might actually be the play because that's like almost as long as like we have to travel, right? Like that's pretty similar in like length.
And you'll be on a ship if you do it. So like, you're going to be heading straight to Narsonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yours will be slightly longer, but like,
Yeah, but
yeah.
like relatively.
Damn, I can't believe you guys are just kind of cucking me out of what could have been a really long Uncharted journey of like 30 plus days.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I figured like
It's fine.
that's definitely gonna take like multiple sessions.
Also, teleportation circle is still fun, so like,
True. Yeah, I want to see what happens there. Also, I feel like the territory we're about to enter down here is still gonna give us some decently long journeys.
yeah, for sure. Especially, like, I'm not gonna do like Uncharted journey stuff for them, but like there are like large expanses in here where there is like no settlements.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To be
Anyways.
fair, if we do need to go anywhere else using a circle, we also should remember that, like if we really need to, because obviously we don't really want to be like teleporting into places like just willy nilly, but we could bamf back to Earthhold and then take the teleportation circle elsewhere with the staff.
I don't have a map for teleportation circle, so we're just gonna have to do Theater of the Mind.
Are we preparing at all before we go, or like does anyone have anything that they want to?
I think I'm good. We did all the shopping last time. I got my watermelon. I got my ingredients.
How are we doing on rations? You still have
Yeah, I
like
think-
50 calories?
Oh yeah, I got fuckload, man. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
I also
when,
still
like, a
got
dog eats something
26.
that tastes weird to them and their forehead wrinkles.
Yes.
I'm imagining that's what happens whenever Nerexius eats a watermelon. Just like ripples
Yeah,
through his
it's-
scales.
Yeah, it's.
Oh no, we're gonna have to leave Shaq.
Why?
Can we take Shaq in the teleportation circle?
It's yeah. If you want.
Oh fuck yeah!
To.
Let's go.
Yeah, I got 92 rations, Alex. I'm good.
92.
Okay.
I also got 10 hearty bread, which is like 40 rations plus 28. So yeah.
But is there anything else you want to prep on? Buying potions, buying magical items?
Nah.
I mean, there wasn't a whole lot in Earthhold, as we kind of discovered, but...
There was one sick potion, but I'm not spending all that.
Okie doke. Then you all head to the teleportation circle.
Yup.
The teleportation circle is deep in Earthhold. Like, the palace is kind of like in the middle level, where if you picture, like, this is like surface... This is kind of where you've been up to this point, and then as you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you get to older and older and older settlements, and eventually you come to this teleportation circle, which is kind of in this large stone temple carved into the rock, so it's all kind of natural. And roll me either an insight or a history check, anyone who wants to.
Oh god,
Never
my
being
average
that,
is gonna be ass.
Yeah, never being that above a 10 limit.
Oh, my first shit roll.
Yes, above a 10. Well, to be fair, my last one was above 10 as well, but...
The Ruined. The architecture here, the carvings into the natural rock, the way that pillars are built up, and just the scale of everything. This does not resemble dwarvish design.
Oh,
Is it giant?
can I make it? Yeah.
As you take the steps up to the teleportation circle, some of them are, I say steps as in like a staircase, but some of the steps are like at your sort of waist height. The teleportation circle itself is this large bronze instrument. I'm trying to remember what the term for it is now. I can't think of what the term is, but basically, you know, like you can get globes where they are like spinning circles rather than the full sphere. It's kind of those all built onto a mechanism, again made of bronze, with runes carved into them. All the runes at the moment are dark. But there is a gemstone in the middle of the teleportation circle. Clearly a primal stone, but it is also dull. In other words, teleportation circle is not active at the moment. It will need to be activated. With a 20, I'll just say that you can work out how to operate this. You basically can move the different daises of the teleportation circle into a position that will then allow you to pour arcane energy into the magical stone, and then it will open up a teleport to another plane of existence.
Are there any, like, guards or anything here, or is it just, like, free use?
It's not, like, free use, because, like, it's pretty far out of its way. There's no, like, real signpost for it or anything, but there weren't guards posted outside. The king gave you instructions on how to get here. He didn't say that it's like locked off to anyone, but at the same time, it's not commonly used. That much is clear.
So potentially, like, if, as I said earlier, we did need to go somewhere else, we could just like bamf in and then use the teleportation circle again without anyone really even knowing that we got here, unless there are like, you know, magical spells in the kingdom that like detects people that use magic to enter or something. But
you're not sure on that note, but yeah. But compared to, like, for instance, you saw a teleportation circle when you were at the academy in Valar, and that was like in public on a cliff overlooking the city next to the academy. Like, it would have been very obvious, sort of thing.
all right, well, something to remember at least, just in case.
Who's going first? Us or them?
Well, I think you're both going into the teleportation circle together, and then you're just going to split off when you are heading into
Oh,
different
right, yeah,
directions.
because it basically, yeah, okay.
Okay. You start to move the gears and levers, and with a grinding of brass against stone, you hear it start to creak and move, and then boom, 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 boom. It's almost like a heartbeat starts to beat out of it, this giant machine, and you see the slightest flicker of energy inside the stone, but you need to power it yourself somehow. Not necessarily you, Alex, but you as a group, just to be clear.
Yeah. Thinking if I do have anything that I could do.
Can I roll Arcana for it?
Sure.
Can I do the same?
Sure.
Just in case.
Nice, Calum.
Okay, well,
Good job.
my thoughts were, does it need just pure primal energy like spell charges, or does it need...
Good job, Noxious. With 19, yeah, it needs some sort of primal energy. So, like, yeah, expending a spell slot or using some sort of magic into the stone would work.
Do I know how powerful it... Or does someone
You
know how
don't know
powerful
shit
it's
'cause
going
you
to
got
be?
a 9.
Great.
Can I?
The Ruined, it shouldn't need anything
Hey.
massive. It's a spark.
A simple first 7 spell slot will do.
Can I just take my rapier and just like cut my hand a little bit and sort of like try and channel like just a drop onto the gem and try and channel my magic through it.
Sure. Roll me just a roll me what you would do to activate your blood right normally. The
Okay.
hemocraft die as damage. Crimson right, thank you. Cool. So you take 2 damage, which you can just apply to your character sheet. But yeah, as you kind of channel your blood magic and a drop of blood, you like hold your hand out like this, and the blood literally just like starts to float over in this kind of eerie, defiance of physics. And as it reaches the stone, rather than like splashing like a raindrop, it slowly just kind of like coats the stone, and then the stone starts to glow a bright blue. All the runes start to glow, and that foom, 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 foom.
Eureka!
And I'm assuming everyone's standing within these kind of giant brass arches. Yeah.
Yes.
Assume, yeah.
Cool.
You die.
The kind of like hewn cavern that you were in gives way, and give me one moment.
Oh god.
The Bagman appears.
Yes!
Technically an extra dimensional being. Whether he's
Bring him
from
forth.
wherever you're about to go is another thing entirely, but
I shall challenge him. He will probably beat my ass, but I shall still do that.
I do
Um,
love the
Boris-
bags. You just like start hitting each other with your backpacks.
I am going to require one more thing before I move
Sacrifice.
next.
Okay.
Calum. Oh fuck
Oh
me!
god.
I just knocked a Coke can over on my keyboard in anticipation of fucking Calum over.
No! Oh, it's a sign, don't do it.
Oh, my computer's now fucking up because there's liquid
Oh,
in the
no.
keyboard.
Oh shit.
It's alright, give me 1 second. Haha, no. Anyways, I was about to be mean to Calum, and then disaster struck. My
I also have
hubris.
Swink.
And guess what? I didn't learn my lesson. If that was karma, fuck you, karma.
Are we
Oh,
live now?
Hmm?
Are we live now?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh right, okay.
So,
God.
can you roll me? Oh, hold on. Oh. Also, my audio got muted. There we go. Calum, can you roll me your choice? Either
Yeah.
perception or arcana.
Perception? Huh. See it.
Okay. I'm using inspiration.
You don't want that one on your arcana?
No, I'm using inspiration.
That's a cinematic nat one if I've ever seen one.
no, using inspiration.
Okay. Reroll.
That's better.
Better.
I don't think it's gonna be high enough still though.
You feel a familiar shiver run from your heart along all your veins and muscles down your arm and into the staff
Snurix is tickling you.
as the world fades away.
Only for him?
No, for all of you,
Oh.
but only he feels that.
Bro just had a heart attack.
And this is where you find
Right.
yourselves.
Now, can I roll a... What even would this be? History, Arcana, whatever check to figure out like what this is, please?
Sure.
What?
I'll give us a description while you do that roll, though.
Yeah, what roll would be best, I think?
Arcana, history, either of those.
Yeah. Not great.
You find yourself standing. It's not represented on the map at this present moment, but you find yourself standing in an almost dark reflection of the magic circle that you were just standing in. The same arches slowly come to a stop, but without any sound. But they're not made of brass anymore. They're now made of this shiny, glass-like black rock. And rather than being smooth and carved out by craftsmen, it is made up of these columns, the same columns that are underneath your feet. If you've ever seen basalt columns, they are natural occurring rock columns. I think they're in Ireland. They might be in other places in the world. They're also used in a lot of video games because they look cool. But they're kind of these like hexagonal, often columns of like stone, and that appears to be what the island you're standing on is made of. Same material as the arch, and again made out of these columns. And these columns constantly shift and float and move around like they're being affected by an imperceptible current of waves, so rippling out. At the edges of the island, you see fog, dark and grey, and eventually that leads to, being completely imperceptible. You can't see through it. But immediately below you, where you're closer to it, it's thinner, and so you can see at times an endless abyss of blue stars twinkling in the night sky. It's like you are in the night sky, but it goes on forever.
Is this island that we're on, is this pretty stable?
I don't know what that insight was for. I mean, it feels stable under your feet, but kind of like if you were on like a moving wagon or what have you, because the columns are slowly, as I say, kind of undulating like they're being affected by waves. And when I say affected by waves, imagine like they are floating on the surface of water, so they're moving up and down with the waves. So with you standing on them, occasionally they will ripple out and your kind of whole body weight will move with it, but not in a place where it feels like you might fall over, but more just like the floor moves and then moves again. But it's not like no single stone is constantly moving. It's like, as I say, it ripples out and then it continues on until you can't see anymore, and then it comes back again.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, other than that, you haven't moved around much yet, so you don't know whether it's steady as you continue to walk.
Can I get a gauge on Dai's reaction to being here? Like, is this sort of like a first time he's done this, or... Yeah.
With an 11, you're not sure.
Alright. In that case, then we'll head on.
Always ask him.
Yeah. Shall we head off then?
Also, Agis, can you make a perception check?
No!
Everyone or just...
No, Agis.
Oh. Damn.
You feel it watching you.
Okay. Stay close, everyone.
Okay.
Sure thing.
This place is very interesting.
Yeah, it's as I've kind of described the visuals, there's no smell here. There is literally no sense to this place whatsoever. But the temperature is like the perfect temperature for you personally. Whatever your personal favorite temperature is. It's like you're not too hot, you're not too cold.
You said there is no sound. Is that because there's literally no sound apart from us, or is it just being quiet right now?
You can hear each other moving around, and if you talk, you can hear the, you can hear, like, as you say, as you move your equipment and what have you, but the sounds of the columns rippling with the waves is silent. You would expect it to sound like the movement of stone, but it is completely silent.
And no, like, ambient, whatever, like...
There's no wind.
There is
no wind. There is no sensation of the feeling of movement, of moving air whatsoever.
So if we wouldn't move, there would be absolutely no sound.
If you closed your eyes and like sat perfectly still, it would be like you're in a
sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I guess we move forward? Question mark? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
As we start walking up, I'm gonna walk alongside Di.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we're splitting up, Di, I don't know about you, but I feel like I've served my purpose with this staff. Don't you?
It is not up for me to say.
Then who?
If you were gifted it, then you know who gifted it to you. She clearly sees a purpose for you with that staff. It is beyond my perceptions, but everything has a plan.
Do I overhear that conversation? Or are they trying to, like, have that gone from the rest?
Up to you, Agis.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking normally.
Okay.
People know that I have his stuff and I want to give it back, but he's like, nah.
So yeah, you can hear Anorexia.
I'll roll insight to see if I heard, like, the worry in his voice. Okay, I did.
I wanna... Okay, can I investigate the staff?
Yeah, sure. Roll me an investigation check. Cool. Have you noticed something by any chance?
Oh, I have.
Not really.
What have you noticed, Samo? What?
Wait, isn't he, like, a lot brighter now? Or
No.
is that just where he stands?
I think that's just the lighting effects of the map.
Okay.
And
It's literally just him for me, though. He's,
but
like, so much
his
brighter.
token is mostly white, so it will, like,
Yeah.
affect it more.
Okay.
Have
fair.
you noticed something on your character sheet, Calum?
He's got Ligman. No!
Unless the staff has changed, no.
I'll go to your features tab.
Oh, you bastard, what have you done?
I'm telling you. Ligma.
Because as you inspect the staff, you notice the feature that you're going to notice.
Oh! Oh no! I see it now.
I will warn you now, if you activate it, something will happen.
What do you mean activate? Does he have a nuke on it?
Oh no!
What do you mean? Does he have like a little red button?
Flips off a cap on the end of the staff.
Yeah, it's like it's the bag of beans.
Alright, cool. I'll notice that and proceed to no longer have a conversation with Di.
Yep, sounds good.
You know what?
Yeah.
He hasn't noticed. You also get a sense that that didn't happen when you came here. Like, that didn't happen
Yeah.
at the point of teleportation.
Yeah, I think I got a pretty good idea of when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck
It might
you.
have grown since then.
What do you mean grow? What is even happening, man? Okay.
It's up to Calum if he wants to disclose what he's discovered.
No,
If he's
Yeah,
discovered
I'm
something.
getting-
I've
I'm getting to the
finished the
bottom of this.
conversation.
I'm getting to the bottom of this. I'll turn around. I'll ask, "What's wrong with you, by the way?"
By the
And
way,
I'll
as you reach
point
the
at
end of
Agis.
this island, not to interrupt the roleplay, but just as you reach the end
Yeah.
of this island, it would hello?
Oh, it's like
Hello?
a journey to the middle of the earth thing.
There we go.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, continue on.
what's wrong with you, by the way? And I'll point a bit accusingly, like, you've been
That's a
acting
very-
weird.
It's a very broad question, Erexius.
Well, I can't be the only one who's noticed it.
I've been focused on my people.
Understandable. And I'll like wave him off.
What context do you want?
Well, you gotta tell me you've been acting the same for like however long. How long has this been going on? Like a week?
When do you think it started, like, event-wise?
When would my character have noticed? Probably pretty soon, like after leaving the tower, maybe?
So the watchtower was only 3 days ago, I think.
Okay, then like, yeah. The last few days then. Surely someone would have noticed. What about you? And I'll point at Dai. You seem to know a lot of what's going on.
What exactly are you querying about?
I inside him.
Okay.
He's acting dumb.
Di knows everything.
I'm dumber.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
You're telling me you don't see this? And I'll point at Agis.
Generally, no, he says, nonplussed.
Well,
He's blind, you idiot.
I'll just wave him off. What about you, Ruin? Like, does any like am I going crazy?
What?
Is he not acting weird? And I'll point at Agis again.
I don't think so.
I'll just wave it off. Cathuria, please. You're my only hope.
It feels like you're kind of coming after Agis, she says, furrowing her brow.
He has been tortured a lot.
Sure, but
You know what, Nerexius? It's fine. Let me humor these questions you've had. In the last few days, we've encountered 2 dragons. Barely survived that encounter. I lost an appendage from that encounter. And I'm still suffering trauma from the last few months of hell that I have been through. While I may not talk about it and decide to work in my studies, it has affected me, which is why I have changed.
Sorry about that, folks. More liquid apparently managed to make its way into my keys. Continue on.
you bastard. I'll inside check that.
So if you want to accuse me of change, that is fine.
With a 20, but I know that he's chatting absolute bullshit.
With what, sorry?
With a 20.
Well, you got
Insight.
4, didn't you?
No, I rolled inside. Like I just rolled a 20 for him chatting shit about this.
Oh, weird,
with me.
my rolls aren't updating.
Oh, well, I did get a 20.
That's fine, I'm just refreshing. Oh, I can see it on stream. He can roll a deception check.
Oh yeah.
Are we not doing that the other way, where you roll in secret?
Oh. Yeah, I didn't know you were supposed to do a deception check to do that, but
I don't know.
you can roll in secret. It's fine.
Because I thought the general gist of it was you roll a persuasion or deception, depending on which one you pick. And then if they get a successful insight, they find out what it is. And if they don't, you can just tell them what you rolled, in quotation marks. But whether you did actually roll that or not, they don't know.
Oh, I mean, we're doing it the other way around now. It shouldn't matter that much. Huh?
That's fine. I'll just roll a deception. You're probably going to beat it anyway.
Yeah, give me that.
The real awkward thing is that because I'm currently refreshing Foundry so that I can see up-to-date rolls.
It was an 8.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say the privately rolled dice is not visible on stream view, which is the other way I can see dice rolls. Okay. Then yeah, you get the sense that he's holding something back at the very least.
Would I... And I mean, I don't know if you're the one to answer that or Calum. With a 20, would I know that it's staff related, or is it just that he's chatting shit? Or leaving something out?
I will leave that up to Calum.
I'm leaving something out.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything against you, but just know that you're not fooling me, at least. And I'll gesture him to move forward so that I can walk behind him.
Can I also, like, I'm not trying to take part in this conversation or anything, just, like, for the Ruin's own peace of mind, like, and out of care for his friend, can I also roll an insight to know if he was, like, you know, leaving something out?
Sure.
Or if Neurixius is just accusing him of something.
A bit of both, probably. Damn.
Well,
as Neurixius gestures for Agis to go ahead of him, Agis takes a step forward, and you can see like he clearly tries to recompose himself, like glad that's over sort of thing, and then he takes one more look at his staff, and would you say it's probably around where your hand is that you'd be like maybe covering it up?
Yeah.
You notice him cover up what appears to be a black as just void crack in the staff. It's probably about that long, and as I say, it's just like pure jet black within the crack.
okay, the Ruined is gonna
So
keep that hush, turn around, and carry on.
anyway, Neurixius has gestured for me to move forward, so I will. You know what, Neurixius? It's fine. The person that has undoubtedly sacrificed the most for this party will be your prime suspect.
I'm not accusing you to damage any of us. You might do this for our good, but I would still like to know. And I'll give him like the smug smile I give everyone.
As Agis comes up towards the front with me, if I'm able to just catch his eye at some point, I'm just gonna with my head, my back still turned so people can't see from behind. I'm just gonna sort of move my eyes over to the staff and just raise my eyebrows.
Okay.
And then just give a nod and then turn back around.
I will attempt not to react to that.
If you want to try and not react to it, I'd say that's probably a performance check.
Okay.
God.
It's a bad roll. Oh, hey, let's go.
I mean, he got a nat 20, so I'm going to say that,
Well, I mean, he's doing it, but the last thing I need to do is Neurixius, the one currently accusing me, who's probably got his eye on me.
Pretty much everyone else can buy it, but, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ruined isn't trying to engage or judge or anything. He's literally just being I can see, I'll keep it on the DL until, something else needs to happen or whatever.
Okay. I'm assuming you continue your journey through this void.
Can Soros take the back, basically? So I am close to Agis, by any chance.
Sure.
No, fuck you. I don't want to be anywhere near you right now.
I said I would have a close eye on you, man.
Who,
Yeah, you don't need to be right next to me to have an eye on me.
I said I would have a close eye on you.
Who wants to roll a survival roll to try and navigate the way through this alien landscape in the
Soros.
direction of the hanging city of Narsonia?
I have pretty good survival, but I don't know if Sorrows has better.
I'm pretty sure it's decent, but it's not like he's giga corrected it. So if you think you're decent, it's probably around the same.
I don't mind doing it as the party outrider.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to use inspiration, please.
Thanks, fucking. You know what? Actually, I'll use guidance on you.
Okay.
Oh, that's very handy.
Also, forgot to mention, Agis have an inspiration point.
Yeah.
I didn't target the ruin. That should be.
That's fine.
It's just a 1d4 bonus.
Cool. So
Ooh,
reroll of inspiration
sound
and
effect.
then also 1d4.
I'm glad I have that 1d4.
Value.
Hey.
Cool. 16. Alright.
Cool, so that's a fail.
How long do you travel for before breaking off for the night? You feel like you're heading in the right direction, but like traveling through this space is incredibly strange because as you walk, islands of these columns, these pillars, suddenly kind of appear out of nothingness right before you're about to step into the abyss and allow you to continue walking, so you can then start heading in what you think is a sort of southeastish direction. But the other thing that's strange about it is that at times around the peripherals of your vision, columns come up that seem to conjure up things that look vaguely familiar, like a mountain off in the distance or a tree or something like that.
I mean, we don't really know how long we need to be walking to get to this place, so I would say we'd probably just rest whenever we start to feel tired.
Yeah.
Just because we don't want to push ourselves, get exhausted, and then find there's suddenly an abyssal monster that's gonna try and eat our ass.
I agree.
Okay, so let's say 8 hours.
Because abyssal monsters primarily go for the ass.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially the Terras. It's known for it. And the Bagman.
He definitely goes straight for the ass.
Oh.
The
Climbs
prison
on the back.
pocket, if you will.
Yeah, the prison bag.
Climbs out the fucking back, aims for the ass.
Yeah, he goes for my bag of holding, if you know what I mean.
From one bag to another.
Okay. So yeah, you travel for, I'd say, maybe 8 hours or so. At which point you are starting to get tired. It's a weird thing, because I say about 8 hours. Time is very, very difficult to kind of perceive here. You thought COVID was bad.
Some sort of flat circle.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You thought COVID was bad. This takes the cake. As you have no sun or moon or the change of weather or getting warmer or colder or anything like that to try and help you work out how long you've been going. So eventually, you just decide to rest when your feet and your eyes are getting tired.
See, moments like this makes me want to take the keen mind feat.
What does that do?
Pretty
you can
sure
always
it
tell the
means
time.
yeah, you can always tell the time.
Ah,
Yeah, you always know what time it is.
yeah,
And
that
you
would be
always know
helpful.
which direction north is, I think. Is the other one.
That would also be useful at a place like this. Alright. Anyone want to do anything while camping that night?
Calum has gone.
Sorry, no, I was just closing my window.
Consumed by the void.
I don't know. It's probably not the best place to like.
Well, we don't really need fire, do we?
No.
Because the
No, we don't.
temperatures were already like always ideal.
I'll just read/write a bit more in my book, I guess.
Okay, so you're doing that as a downtime activity.
Ah! No, don't worry, I'm dumb.
Okay.
I got scared for a second because I couldn't see any of my downtime, and then I scrolled up. Stupid. No, I don't have anything I want to do for my downtime.
Noxious?
I will
Oh,
simply look at Agis.
Okay.
The
great.
entire time. To a point where it's like weird.
Yeah, no, it was weird
Yeah.
as soon as you said it.
Yeah, I was just making sure that everyone understands it's weird.
I know you're not from around here. You know it's rude to stare, though, right?
I'm aware. I say without actually taking my eyes off him.
Right. Well, I tried.
I actually have experimental elixir shit to do, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that during my downtime.
Okay. Who takes first watch? Or is no one taking watch?
I will take first watch
Of course.
of Agis.
Okay.
Right, I should probably roll on my table then, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Dum, 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 dum.
Where is my table? 1d6. Hey, a potion of resilience. That will be very handy.
Okay. Synoxis, you take first watch.
Yes.
The Ruined.
Mm-hmm.
What's on your mind as you drift off to sleep in this strange place?
Probably the same thing as always, my family.
You feel something in your dreams. A greater sense of clarity, but also more confusion at the same time, as there's a connection that you can feel, and it's It's only for one person. There's not two. Like, it's almost like you can feel one of the souls, but the other one, I've just broken the cameras momentarily, the other one is gone. And as you focus on that absence, you get the sense that that one has been gone for a long time, and in your heart you feel like you've probably always known that. But the other one, the other soul that you can feel, they are so alive, and there's this energy about them that feels almost boundless, like, you know, everything's an adventure. And then that feeling, which is probably an almost comforting feeling, turns cold as a thought creeps up in your mind that you don't know if you conjured or this place conjured. But that soul, they are not safe.
I don't suppose I get any sort of like sense of where they are, or if I can like try and delve into that. If I can try and like force the connection to like become stronger and like try and pursue the like feeling.
Tell me what stat you want, what skill you want to use, and why you think it's an appropriate use. And as long as I agree, I'll let you roll whatever you like.
I think because we're in a like magical place and this feels magical, seeing as he's read up a lot on it as well, I think I'd probably go for Arcana.
Arcana feels good to me.
Very nice.
You reach out, and it's like your magic is fueled by your blood, and that is so strong for this particular thing, because this connection, this thing that you're trying to connect to, is your blood in another body, but it's, you know, that it's your bloodline. And it's like you're reaching through your bloodline, and for the briefest of moments you can see a face. It's blurry, like a child's vision while being awoken for school, looking at their parent. You see you're in a room, it looks well furnished, and like probably in a castle or a fortress or something like that. The bed above you is one of those ones with a canopy bed, like you'd find in a palace. And the person waking you is a handsome drow, maybe in terms of human years, at least kind of like 30s or 40s. He is wearing fine clothing, and he has a disarming smile as he shakes you awake, but like gently, like a parent would. As he stands up, and you, the body you're seeing through, sits up, you see that he has brought with him a small short sword that he presents to you, and in his other hand it rests on his hip, where a blade as black as night, as black as this void you're in, as black as the crack in Agis' staff, hangs at his hip.
Can't remember. I haven't seen Zebeth, have I?
You did not personally meet Zebeth, no. Unfortunately, the only person who did personally meet Zebeth is not here, and it's not Tommy, it's the character who's not here.
Do I get the sense that this is the danger? This is the one who knocks?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is this the one?
I'm going to like use every ounce of strength I can possibly muster to like try and use my blood magic to basically like the way I'm thinking about it, like obviously I have no idea if it will work or not, but I'm just imagining the ruin feeling so much like hatred and anger that like the blood magic seems to like he wants it to like explode out of him. He wants to do something big to try and just like restrain this person to let whoever like I'm seeing through the eyes of get away.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. I'm gonna give you an inspiration point for just achieving what you've achieved so far / good ideas. But I'm also going to tell you this now. It's up to you whether you want to use the inspiration point if you end up needing it. To physically be able to attack this person from where you are through this connection is going to be a nat 20 only.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Once in a lifetime, baby. Oof.
So close. I'm going to inspiration it.
Okay.
I may as well.
Yeah.
Come on,
Twice in a
baby.
lifetime, baby.
Come on, baby.
Oh!
That is so
Hey,
sad.
Pete, give him 2 more inspirations. I feel like we're on something.
The Devil's Deal. That's it. That's it, baby. That's what we need right now.
It's always an option. But unless you want to make a devil's deal, I'll go on to describe what happens next instead.
I would like to make a devil's deal, please.
Oh!
Oh no, I shouldn't have
Okay.
talked. Fuck, what did I do? Fuck.
And while we're in this plane as well? Oh, God.
And Agis is about to blow up? Oh, hell no.
I mean, the fact that this is my bloodline, I think is pretty safe to say that this is my daughter.
You are 100% certain it's your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I would do anything for my daughter, including making a devil's deal.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think about how this is gonna play out. So.
Lick him up.
Okay. A devil's deal does mean success, but it doesn't mean necessarily success as you want it. So you are not going to be able to attack Zebeth.
Fair enough.
However, as he crouches down and the figure you're witnessing things through gets out of bed, he goes to like embrace them like a father would a daughter, and you are 100% certain he has become her surrogate father at that point. So, yeah, that can fuel your anger.
Mm-hmm.
As he finishes hugging her, you see a brief flicker of confusion, shock, fear, then intrigue. He is intrigued by whatever he saw in the eyes of the person he's looking at. And then you can see he reaches up to the figure that you're witnessing through and wipes away a tear, but as he takes his hand away, there's blood on his thumb. Now that's fascinating,
Oh, no.
You hear in this kind of echoey, reverberating voice. We may need to move things forward. And then the connection ends. You will get the rest of the Devil's Deal later. That's not all you're getting for it, but that's what you're getting for that initial moment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him figure out the blood type, man. Don't do it.
All right, Agis, you going to sleep?
I mean, at some point, yeah.
Bro, I'm not going to sleep anymore. Fuck all this place, bro.
You don't know what's going on. You're just having first watch. That's why we're coming to you last.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping.
I mean, here's the great fact of this, right? That fucker over there needs at least 8 hours. I only need 4.
Yep. Do you go
So I'm
to
gonna stay. I'm gonna stay awake during his first watch.
Okay,
Even better.
cool.
I'll just look you dead in the eyes. Just
Actually, no, even better. I'll go to sleep for his first watch, which I'm assuming is going to be 2 to 4 hours.
So he gets nothing from you.
Yeah.
Can you roll me
Oh.
a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no, that's so
I'm
bad.
telling you, he's gonna blow the fuck up, and he's gonna take us with him. I'm telling you. Yep, we're dead.
You can.
Do I have to be awake to give him the bonding die?
I don't think it says that you have to be conscious.
It's a free action. I'm pretty sure you said.
Yeah,
I just look at the road and I'm like, bro.
I don't think it says anything about you needing to be.
Family.
I think what you said is you just have to be there, and then you can just do it.
There was some bullshit where I had to be next to them for.
Yeah, it's within
using
5
something.
feet, but you don't. Yeah, you don't need to be conscious.
is it?
And say.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm definitely going to
well,
be Ruin's
You
little
could be,
spoon.
like asleep, like next to
Well,
each other,
first
like,
of all, will the bonding die actually help? Because if not, then obviously I don't want to.
So the bonding die can be used to add 1d4 to the character's saving throw. That's it. Basically, that's the only one that's really relevant to this particular.
So
thing.
anyway, I'm going to use an inspiration.
Okay. I will say now. I mean, okay, never mind. You rolled it.
Impressive.
That's not good. Oh well.
All right. Well, I was going to say that you are unable to sleep in this place with an 8. But you can still pretend to be asleep so that Nerexius doesn't get anything from you. But with a nat 1, it's not just like you can't sleep. It is, running thoughts. It's insomnia. So you can have a point of exhaustion, buddy. For that nat 1. You can add exhaustion. It's the 6 little dots
I've got
underneath.
it.
Yeah.
I got it.
But you can still pretend to be asleep, so Nerexius can just think that you're sleeping.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's fine.
still just looking to your soul.
Okay.
The entire time.
Eventually, Nerexius goes to sleep then. Nerexius, what do you dream of?
No, I'm kidding.
What?
Watermelon. You find yourself in a field of watermelon,
Oh god.
which is
No,
particularly weird because I don't think they grow in fields.
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Probably just. At first, I would say maybe just stuff from Hellevar, just normal stuff like learning, whatever. And the second part is probably about, I don't know, like trying to figure out stuff where just things are going. Because, I mean, I was just basically thrown into this. Just, follow these people and go where they go. Kind of like. I'm even more clueless than everyone else here because I was just thrown into this, right?
But you do
So it's
remember
just
a
kind of-
childhood memory. Childhood memory before you ever met Eco Sanguinatus. Of you and your fellow Dragonborn of different colours, different types of Dragonborn, all training as foot soldiers of Hellevar. You remember you excelling in the combat training, and you remember a fair-skinned woman with pointed ears and jet black hair in a regal black dress with golden shoulder plates and a large crown, walking amongst you and your brothers and sisters, whether literally brothers and sisters or brothers and sisters in arms. You're all kneeling in a kind of congregation as she walks up and down, and she points at one of the ones in the line 3 down from you. She keeps walking. She walks past you, and you feel a sense of disappointment. She picks someone else nearby, picks someone behind you, and then she points at you. You've been chosen for a greater purpose. And this memory of yours, it's one that you haven't been able to remember for many, many years. It's a lost memory, something that you've unlocked in this strange place. Because you remember on a training mission being separated from your companions and meeting a horned man who seemed to be made of blood itself. And he took you away. Agis. Nurxis is asleep now. What do you want to do?
Excellent. Probably be on my watch.
Okay.
Because you know how I have a tendency during my watch to not be watching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably be using my experimental elixir.
Okay.
Bullshit.
You're using it or you're doing it?
Well, not using it, but like doing it.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't like it when Agis rolls.
Hey, Samo, it's me, the devil from the Bible. Not Agis. I've been
God.
replaced.
You feel a presence behind you.
Oh god.
You turn around.
He refuses.
You can say no.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. But
God.
he will probably definitely know that I know he's there. So
Oh, he knows.
Who's
Yeah.
he, man?
He. It's he. It's Die. He's gonna throttle me for
Okay. You can still feel him there when, maybe an hour later, someone else in the party wakes up. Gion wakes up.
Oh,
This bitch.
that fucking bitch.
She looks over at you and gives you a nod, and then will say, "You on watch?"
Yes, yeah.
You gotten any sleep yet?
Some.
Roll me a deception check. You lying piece of shit. Roll me a deception check with disadvantage because you rolled a nat 1.
Disadvantage and his exhaustion? Yeah, damn.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Alright.
There we go.
You get the 18. Alright.
Yeah.
17. Sorry.
Yes, you're right, 17. She rolled a 24 on her insight.
Jesus, is she Jesus?
And she's just insightful.
Yeah. What do you mean 17? I got an 18.
You got
Exhaustion. Oh,
Exhaustion.
hold on. What does exhaustion level 1 do again?
oh, does it not do
Not
minus one?
Features. No, not features, effects. Exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks, yeah, so it's just, yeah, no -1, it's just you already had disadvantage without me giving it to you
Right.
on top of that. Alright. Uh-huh. You look like shit.
I'm surprised you didn't notice that when we first met.
More shit than normal. Did Nurxius' words have anything to do with it, I wonder? Or his gaze?
You think just because I'm being accused, keep me up at night?
I don't know.
It's not that.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Fair enough.
I have my ways of coping, and unfortunately it's not the healthiest way, but it's still a way to cope.
So you acknowledge you are making bad decisions, yet you have no desire to change them.
Some would say it'd be the first step.
She stands up, walks over to you, and sits down next to you. And then she says in a hushed tone, just in case anyone is listening, I think you are wise to not divulge whatever it is that you are keeping secret from Nerexius. I do not trust him.
This.
When she comes down to sit next to me, she would notice that I'm fiddling with a vial.
Okay.
That has some sort of crimson liquid in it.
Poison her.
That's someone's blood, or something's.
Just one of the many elixirs that I'm testing.
That's not really a deception, so I'll let you have that one.
As I said, I have my ways to cope, and keeping my mind occupied on other things is certainly one way.
We talked before in private in the woods once. I apologized at the time for unnerving you, but you may have gathered I have an ability to sense things about people.
I want to roll insight now.
Sure. Yeah,
It's good.
He appears to have some sort of ability to gain some sort of insight on people. It requires physical touch. A few evenings ago, I ended up making physical contact with Nerexius. I saw something.
Yeah, I'll just sort of raise an eyebrow, intrigued.
He said with his own words that he is not here to help this group, only to aid his own mission. But when I hit him, I think I saw part of what his mission was.
This bitch.
He is not the only one of his kind who has the ability to wear the face of another. I believe there are more of his kind here. Well, not here, but in your world.
Well, it's a possible theory. Very likely one.
And then he seeks to gather information from you, and you are trying to keep things hidden from him.
His introduction when we first met him seems to have some sort of goal revolving around the ruined.
And what makes the ruin so interesting, beyond his abilities? Why send a being from another realm to guard him?
For that, I'm not too sure.
She stretches. Where I was trained, we were taught that knowledge of our friends and our foes is the greatest weapon. Maybe understanding the ruined will aid you in understanding Nerexius. She then shrugs, stands up. I am going for a wander.
Don't go too far.
I shan't.
Still wander into the abyss.
Jump off!
Mate,
Sorry.
she's weird.
swear she's here just to stir the pot.
I mean, all I'm gonna say about stirring the pot is that Samo gave me the fuel for that stir.
Factual. Still fuck the
He
bitch.
stirred first, I stirred back.
I'm gonna stare more intensely at the vial, which is definitely the ruin's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Drink it. Sorry, my bad.
Roll me another perception check.
I was about to say, I don't hear shit from this, do I? Swear to God.
That's
It looks
enough.
like a one.
That's enough.
Oh, fuck.
You see your pale face reflected in the glass of the vial, and then over your shoulder you see another pale face, also reflected. It could be a trick of the light, but the pale face next to you's eyes are black as night.
Doesn't say anything. Just
You
stands there.
feel the presence of something lean down next to your ear, but you don't feel any breath on your ear or your neck. And you hear him say, "Well, now this is interesting. What do you plan to do with that, I wonder?"
Outsider reference.
To what?
Just outsider reference. Black eyes and the way he talks.
I mean, again, this particular character is 100% inspired by Dishonored. I've said that
Yeah.
before.
Just
I'm
felt.
just gonna keep looking more intensely at the vial. Almost like becoming a bit of an obsession.
You know, the decision doesn't really matter. I have a question for you. Ever since you found your way to that strange place, you surprised me, you shocked me. You did the same when you first took that staff, and now you're changing it. Oh, Agis, you are an anomaly to me. So my question, because I want to understand you. If someday, or in the middle of the night, a demon were to steal after you into your loneliest loneliness and say to you that this life as you have now lived it and will live it again, you are destined to live innumerable times more, what would your response be, I wonder? Would you throw yourself down and gnash your teeth, cursing the demon who spoke thus? Or have you once experienced a tremendous moment, and you'd say, "You are a god, and never before have I heard anything more divine"?
Is it waiting for a response?
He is.
Truly, I do not know.
Maybe I'll ask you next time. And with that, you feel the presence. Almost like it stands up and walks away. What are you doing with the vial of blood, bud?
Still looking at it. Yeah, I'll keep looking at it. Say something breaks that sort of distraction, like maybe someone just like turns over or moves to give me that brief sort of pulling me back to where I am and what I'm doing.
Yeah, the ruin shifts in his sleep.
Okay, and with that, I will sort of realize what I'm doing. Put the vial back over to where the bag is, drop it into the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Place my hand upon the ground. Take out the mortar from Mortar and Pestle.
Mm-hmm.
And slam it as hard as I can at the back of my hand. To basically, like, reset my brain from this like, obsession over the ruin's blood.
If you disagree with this decision and you don't want it to be a roll, that's absolutely fine. But if you agree with it, wisdom saving throw. How well does that reset work?
We'll see, shall we?
Right.
Damn.
As much as you want it to. Nice nat 20.
Certainly works.
The Ruined.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure if you're still asleep and still dreaming, or whether you've woken up but your eyes open and you see the void in front of you. You see these shifting columns, and you also see a pair of boots stood just a few feet in front of you.
Free boots.
Hell yeah, bro!
They are being worn by someone.
The devil's deal's coming up big.
What'd you do?
I'll follow the boots up to the legs, up to the torso, up to the face.
You
Daddy!
see a blood red, horned figure, white hair, beard, wearing fine clothing and armor. Hello, Valenn.
I thought I had forsaken that name.
I must admit it's always hard to remember a child's preferences. What is it you like to go by now? He says with a smile.
The Ruined.
I will try my best to call you by that name. If I slip up, I do apologize. You've been the Ruined you've been Valenn my entire life. Well, your entire life. You asked to see me, he says, sitting down.
I take it you're my donor.
Such a strange word to refer to your father as. Suppose I did donate something.
My face kind of like twitches, like as if, like, obviously the Ruined always has this grin. It just kind of like shifts down and then back up, like he has no real like control of it, and just says, "What?"
Did you not know? I would have thought Norexius would have told you.
He did not know much, or so he said.
Perhaps he has forgotten. I'm sure it is nothing to be concerned about.
My father, eh?
In the flesh.
And blood.
He smiles at that and nods. Yes. Yes, indeed. We are in the place between places, I see. It makes a certain degree of sense you'd find it easier to contact me here. Well done.
thank you, but I'm not sure that was a conscious decision.
Your magic is not a conscious decision. It's instinct. Nature. You go with your nature. But I wonder why. Now, why did you need to speak to me? Especially if you didn't even know who I was, really.
My daughter, she's alive and in danger.
Ah, yes. Yes, I am well aware of my granddaughter's fate. She's not at risk of dying. That much I can assure you. Not right now, at least. But the person she's with has a big plan for her. And one that would mean you would lose your daughter forever. She would lose herself.
I feared that. I do not know who this man is, but I despise him. I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. I wish him dead.
He leans forward. His name is Zebeth.
Zebeth. What a cowardly name.
He's your cousin.
That matters not to me.
No, hold on. I always get these sorts of things confused. Bloodlines are so complicated. I think first cousin is not quite correct. Second cousin? It is not my sibling's child, but you are related by blood nonetheless.
As we both know, blood can be spilled. Matters not if it's family.
His will be a difficult one to spill. His blood is more potent than most.
If you appeared here, willing to hear me out, you must be able to assist me.
What kind of assistance would you seek of me?
Power. More power. Power to stop people like him. The people that we're fighting against, the tyrants.
No. Your power comes from you. I can't give you any more. You are growing day by day. I can't give you some sort of ability to jump forward. That's not how this works. But I can unlock knowledge. You're discovering things about yourself. You are the first of your kind. Blood magic, they call it. A theory that I have made reality.
For what end?
Gods are only as powerful as the people they are worshipped by. I am not worshipped by many. Some people have tried blood rituals, but rarely do they work, and rarer still are they in my name. I would see my followers grow. And in return, they could learn the gifts that you have learnt. Us, demons and angels, we struggle to step upon your plane. It's not impossible, but it's difficult, and it drains us. When I visited you some months ago now, that's the sort of thing I won't be able to do for some time yet. But I can play the same game as dawn and dusk. I can have representatives to carry out my will.
And what is your will? What is the end game? What type of leader would you be to your followers?
Does it matter?
Yes.
I would ascend from this station that I was born into. I would find my own place, and I would give mortals the ability to find theirs. Freedom from my chains. That's what I seek. You get the sense when he says that like he picked those words with a great level of intentionality, knowing what they would kind of like how they would sound to you specifically. So like he's not necessarily lying, but like there is a sense of like, you know, he's cherry picking his words.
Freedom. I do like the sound of that. Where do I go from here? Where does this lead?
And I'll sort of just, you know.
No, I can't see the future, my child, but you will continue to grow in power. That much I am certain, until eventually you shuffle off this mortal coil and then come and join me. It's the legacy that matters. I can stop your mutation from changing you physically while continuing to grant you new abilities, but in return, I need something from you. I need my congregation to grow larger.
That can be arranged, I'm sure.
Oh, you have the means right now.
In what way?
Your friend, the researcher. He looks over at Agis. Again, you don't know if you're still asleep or awake, but Agis is seemingly asleep. Does he not possess a vial of your blood?
He does.
Powerful thing, blood. Baptize him for me, and I will stop the change to your body, but grant you your continued powers. And if you raise an army of blood hunters, then it doesn't matter what Dusk's Chosen does. He's just one man.
The grin that has like somewhat like lessened over the course of this conversation slowly goes back up to its full glory.
To its full glory.
And I will tell you one more thing before I leave. Your daughter is being kept in Azamor, that much I assume you had guessed. But
Yes.
Zebif's plan for her is tied to your old home with Druilda. Something has been built there. Something that was broken some hundreds of years ago. It's been moved and reforged. And if you don't stop what Zebif has planned, then you will lose her forever.
Then I know what I must do. But I do have one final question.
What is that?
When I do shuffle off this mortal coil and join you, what shall become of me then? Will I take up a position? Or will I simply be another lost soul bound to a god?
That depends entirely on how you serve me, my boy. He takes your, he holds your cheek like a father fondly, looking over his son. And then you feel something shift in you. And you will no longer turn into a hack.
Nice.
In fact, you get the sense that if you wanted to, you now have the ability at any time to essentially throw down the mantle of the ruined and become Valuin again. And if you ever were to do that, you would be restored.
Okay.
But you have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you ever betray me, my boy, your soul could be put into a lemure. There's always...
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Right. I would hate to have to start again.
One final thing, actually. Why is Nerexius here?
He was going to come here anyways. Not here specifically, but to your world. He was going to serve my enemies. I decided he could better serve me, but I didn't know what for. So I experimented a little bit with him, awoke some special powers in him. And then, when I saw the trouble you had gotten yourself into, I figured better to keep you alive so that you could do my work for me. He's here to guard you, to die for you if needs be, and to repeatedly wiggle his mouse over all of these tokens in a fairly irritating manner.
It's even though it's in like a different scape, you can just hear Derek just snoring. Like he's just being really annoying.
That's good to know. Well, Father, it's been a pleasure, but I have work to do.
And as I say it, I'm going to turn and look at Agis.
As you turn and look at Agis, you realize you are now awake, and you can see Agis is watching. As in, like, he's on watch, not he's watching you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna...
For Agis, by the way, this happens pretty much straight after that nat 20.
Ah, excellent. I'll just be sitting there then, holding my hand in pain.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna just sit down next to Agis.
Can't sleep around.
Something like that. I've been thinking
Oh,
about this curse. Could I examine the vial of my blood?
sure. It's in the bag.
I'll root around and try and find the vial.
Doesn't take you very long. You find it almost like it wants to be found.
I'll sort of like hold it up and just look at it.
My blood is very interesting. You said it
I
was
agree.
some sort of mutation, right? That caused this?
It's the logical thing I can think of.
And for this to have happened, there had to have been some level of control. An end point, if you will.
Seems plausible.
Then, perhaps I have this control.
And as I say that, I'm going to slam, like if he's still got his hand down, I'm going to slam the vial down onto his hand and shatter it, cutting him and letting the blood, like, merge.
Well, fuck.
Roll for damage.
Having fun
You know
over there,
what?
Nurixius. You
Yeah,
honk
roll
schnoo
your-
bastard.
Roll your Crimson Right damage. Agis, you take 4 points of damage.
Ow. Bro, what was that for? What?
Ligma.
Just for fluff, can I, like, just stop me if you don't want me to say this? Either of you.
I've seen you looking at that vial. I know you're intrigued by this. Well, I'm doing you a favor.
Nothing's been tested.
Agis.
It doesn't matter. I know
Oh,
what
no.
must be done.
Oh god, what's happening?
You start to feel woozy.
Oh boy. Right.
Your heartbeat
The wrong
starts
blood
to kick
type.
up.
Oh god. Okay, I'd like to
Nurixius.
try. Oh.
Roll me a
Huh?
perception check, buddy.
Why me? I'm fucking eepy over here.
Yeah.
man's counting watermelon in his sleep, bro. Let him alone.
You
Cool. I'm gonna take a
smell
bandage
blood.
off my hand.
You smell blood on the air, Nurixius, and you can wake up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about something that happened prior, but I'll ask it after whatever's done here. Yeah, I'll
I will take a
Wake up.
bandage off my hand and use it as some sort of tourniquet to fall right now.
So all I see is like ruin next to Agis and like blood on the floor with like a vial and Agis bleeding.
Yeah.
If I see him, like, going for the bandage, I'm going to try and, like, rip it away from him.
Okay. That'll be a grapple
Uh.
check then, I think. So athletics from the ruined, athletics or acrobatics from Agis.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Okay. Agis, you manage to, fend off the ruined as he tries to stop you from tourniqueting your arm. But
Quit squirming!
the ruined, you realize as that happens and that he's managed to like fend you off, that you don't need to physically stop him. You can just move the blood.
Oh, you bastard! Oh, no.
Yeah,
Blood
I'm.
Jesus.
Veins.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like.
Fucked up. Don't do that.
Yeah, like with the blood that's like running down, I'm gonna sort of just make like I'm just gonna sort of
Fucking
lean
blood
back
maledict
and
me.
then like just use my hand to sort of like move the blood around his body and sort of like wrap him, and then as he's like on the floor, I'm going to focus all my power to basically guide my blood through his veins and try and like pinpoint the sort of DNA, I guess, or the mutagen in the blood and attach it to like his cells.
Cool. Well, it's really late at night, so I won't scream. But I am. If you know what I mean.
Agis, as you start to try and scream, and you do get a little bit of one out, enough that everyone wakes up who wasn't already awake, the blood that is being wrapped around both inside you and on the surface of you, some of it comes up your face and down your mouth and down your throat, stopping you from screaming.
Excellent.
And kind of like that shot in the Matrix where you go down Neo's mouth, we do that into Aegis's body. We see the blood cells kind of mingling together. And Agis,
Yep.
I'm gonna need something from you, bud.
Oh,
Nurix
If
just
you
woke
wanted-
up. He's just looking at it. He's like, the fuck?
Hey Pete, if he wanted his answer, I'm thinking right now, fuck that shadowy figure. He knew this was gonna happen, bastard.
So you would curse him then?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You guys are telling me this is normal? I turn around to like Diane Kytheria who just woke up.
They're in shock.
Oh no. Constitution save. And I get it at a disadvantage because I'm.
Yes, you do.
Oh wait. It's a Constitution save, it's not a ability check, is it?
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
not an
that's
ability
true.
check, it's a saving throw.
That is
Yeah,
true,
you're right.
yeah.
Excellent.
That is pretty
Good
good. then.
news. I don't need to whisper you and ask you to start rolling death saves.
Ooh. Ooh.
What, Aegis? What's happening inside your body? Describe what's going on.
I'm going for changes, man. Puberty's fucked up.
Ligma.
Changes, chase your dreams.
Yeah. There's this orange thing that appears in my brain called anxiety. Like, shit's going on.
I don't believe Aegis didn't have anxiety already.
What are we talking about? Physical changes? What's going on?
Just paint us a word picture. You're in control of what's going on right now.
Fuck, man. I don't know. I'm in a cocoon of blood.
Fuck no, baby.
Okay. The blood reaches your heart then. And your heart, which was beating a mile a minute while this is going on, is stilled as soon as the heart, or as soon as the blood reaches the heart, and you can feel this through. And but then with a 23 Constitution check, the blood that was, flowing up around his body all kind of stops seeping into his pores, and you feel awakened, Agis. Something new in you.
Yay.
What, like, in what position is he, like, now? Like, is he laying on the
Missionary.
floor? Is he... Alright, okay. I will stand in front... No, okay. Yeah, but he's not standing currently or whatever, right?
It's up to Aegis.
I mean, he's probably still bound, but as soon as I like feel as if like the rite has finished, I'll just like retract the blood and let him free.
What a success!
I'll put my arm on his shoulder and I'm like,
Nah, I'm on the floor.
You okay?
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, I can still do that. I mean, kneel down. You okay? Is there anything visually different about him?
No. Nothing different about him.
Do you need like some water or something?
You're just smiling at him silently, Agis.
No, I'm just sort of almost. I wouldn't say I'm like fully disassociated, but I'm just sort of like trying to process what the fuck just happened, sort of thing.
I'll
I'm
take
just-
out my
just
bottle and
staring.
offer it to. Maybe he wants because something and like some disgusting ass stinky fuck blood just entered his mouth. I figured he might want to clear his palate.
I'll just like sort of sit back in relief.
Ah, one down, many more to go. Right, Father?
You don't hear any response.
No, I wasn't expecting any. Just saying it out loud.
As you do drink
Can I-
down the water that Nerexius has given you, Agis.
No.
Okay.
I
As you're disassociating then,
yeah.
you are kind of vaguely aware of people approaching, gathering around you. I assume Sorrows probably would, Kytheria does, Dar
My
does,
people.
even Gion does,
Person.
and another figure does. And they crouch down so they're at eye level of you, directly where you're kind of staring blankly. Everyone else, by the way, you can't see this.
Schizo time. Fun schizo time.
So you would curse me. Well, tit for tat, I suppose. You will be here again. You will be cursed again. That much I am certain. My mother did not give me the ability to see all things, but where I can't see the threads of fate, what I can see is the cycles. And Agis, your pain will never end. That is the price.
I will slowly look up and look him in the eye for probably the first time.
Yep.
A slight smile will come out. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Do we see or hear this?
Wait, no.
Okay.
Oh, accidentally deleted Nerexius.
Ah! He's dead! we killed him.
You hear Agis' side, you do not hear
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Aldate's side.
Yeah. Actually, before we go to that, could I roll something to see if I would connect anything with the ruined saying something about his father?
I don't think you need to roll
Ability.
for that. I think you just succeed.
Okay. Alright.
Trying to type right now with half a keyboard.
Half a swimming keyboard.
That wasn't too bad for my first go. How are you feeling, Agis?
You know you could have killed me.
There was a slim possibility, perhaps, but I had faith in my abilities.
What exactly did you do? Says Kypheria.
What I had to.
That doesn't really narrow it down to, well, any of us.
From my conversation with Eco Sanguinatus, the fact that he was like, "Oh, I'm surprised Nyrixius didn't tell you." Did I get the sense that that meant that Nyrixius was purposefully leaving things out or was lying to me?
I genuinely can't remember whether he was or wasn't. So yeah.
I'm sure you know more than you're letting on, Nyrixius. You're not exactly the one to be asking questions.
You know what? I will. Where the fuck is it? I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about.
Do I need to roll insight?
Yeah.
Stalemate.
Well, when it meets, it beats. So he has beaten your roll.
True.
So does that mean he's letting on more, or at least he's lying about what he just said?
Samo, over to you.
I mean, because it's like it barely beats it, I will say that there's probably something that he's not telling you. If this is it, what he's not telling you, you don't know.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Right then. What's all this fuss about? Let's go back to sleep.
You planning on doing that to the rest of us? Asked I.
No.
No. You're not worthy.
Get fucked, I.
He actually smirks at that.
Only people with the staff.
Where is the staff at the moment?
Oh god. Don't mention it. It's gone. Threw
It
off
would
the
have
base.
been. It would have been next to me working, so it'd be on the floor.
All right. Anyone can roll perception check. The ruined, you can get advantage on this perception check.
I would love to, but I accidentally clicked on one of like the tabs at the top, and now I'm reloading currently. So give me a singular
No,
second.
don't let him. Quick.
The crack is bigger. The ruined.
Ooh. Oh.
Bro, we've been in here for like a few hours. What the fuck? It's got a fucking nuclear reactor at its staff.
Yeah, I'll fucking use it if you don't shut up. I'll fucking do it.
Fucking make me.
I mean, if you want to use the feature, the crack in the staff, Calum, you just click.
Yeah,
that
I'm
bad
telling
boy.
you, it's a nuke. There, I see it as well.
Yeah, you do. You now notice the crack, and it is
Ha!
at this point
And I
probably
pointed it.
about that big.
Now, with a 21, would I also connect that this is kind of where he had his hand earlier, and would probably make sense that that's what he was hiding earlier?
Sure.
I'll look at it intensely, and then I'll look at Agis straight in the face, but I won't say anything. And I will leave it be for now.
When were you going to mention this? Says Dai, looking over at Agis.
Oh, alright. Well, never mind.
Mention what?
What have you done?
If I truly knew that die, I would tell you.
Disgusting.
That's not good enough, he says. He looks angry and he takes a step forward, his fists balled up.
Can I?
I will stand up and meet him. Meet his gaze. I will.
Okay.
I will stand in the middle and stop them.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up as well.
Okay. While that's all going on, Kypheria's going to turn around.
Oh god. The fuck's going on? Everyone's killing each other.
Guys, she says with a slight panic in her voice. She is looking
Fuck's
back
sake.
this way.
Not right now. And I'll...
No,
Keep them-
really, right now.
It can't be that, and I'll, like, turn around. Important.
I wonder is the sound going to use?
The premature perception roll.
A 10 is enough to notice what I'm going to describe next.
Oh boy.
So in
The
this
big
void,
man.
there's fog, and there's the stones, and there are the stars. And the stars are above you, they're around you, they're below you. But as you look to follow Kypheria's gaze, where that chittering and that whispering is coming from, the stars are going dark and getting closer and closer and closer.
Can we, like, drive this island somewhere else?
You can't drive this island, but when you step to the edge of the island, more islands have appeared. So, like, you can move.
Yeah, let's just... I mean, how... Are we currently getting closer to it? Is it getting closer to us? Like,
It's
what's-
getting closer to you. It's like
How fast?
It's like
Can we,
imagine
like,
imagine
outwalk
a
it?
blanket is like covering up the stars, and that blanket is getting closer, so more and more stars are going out as they get closer and closer and closer. It's
Okay,
not
but... Oh, yeah.
like it's like not like breathing down your neck yet, but it's like you can see a charging beast in the woods coming towards you.
How fast is it, like, consuming whatever the fuck it is?
Oh, you would need to run to outrun
Perhaps we should run?
it. That's a good shout.
Agreed? That way, maybe? And I'll just point at the other way.
This isn't over, says Dai, but he will turn to like start running.
Yeah, but it is for now, and I'll, like, start pushing them.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Currently throws all shit into bag of holding. Lit fire. What
Sure. What is currently out of your bag of holding?
It would be my alchemist tools.
All right. Give me a dexterity
Oh no.
check.
As I see him struggling with it, can I help him? Can I
You can give him an
assist?
assist. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
So with,
cool.
with advantage then.
Dexterity check.
Yeah.
With advantage.
Oh wait, but you got disadvantage from your exhaustion.
Wait, are we on our
Oh.
horses?
You have your horses with you.
Do we
so you
have
can
our
get on- You
horses?
can get on your horses, yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah.
So it would have been a 13 because you would have rolled it straight, and the first
Yeah.
roll was an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13's enough. That's fine.
Go,
Yeah, sure.
Anwin.
Clearly, Nyrixis is helping you, and it gets to the point where Soros is like, "We need to move, my people."
My people.
And you get on your horses. There's not enough horses for everyone, but like you can, have 2 people on, and you start to ride away.
Oh, I hope Dai's not on my horse. I hope it's not a really awkward fucking ride.
I'll say he goes with Sorrows. It's fine.
Whew.
Okay. You're gonna run. You're gonna presumably run until you're safe, right?
Until we
Either
think we're
that,
safe.
or we can leave this place.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need 2 rolls from you.
It's a survival roll.
Before we do that, I would like to say, can Alex have a point of inspiration for that?
Oh yeah, that's a good
yeah,
point
for sure,
actually.
for sure,
That
for
went-
sure.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
went
Oh,
pop.
thank you.
just in case, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. First roll that I need from all of you is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I should probably get rid of the
Bop.
as well.
Bop.
You should get rid of that bar. Yes, it's in you
Yeah.
now.
You said saving throw.
Yes.
That
was gonna be
how do we do
natural.
saving throws again? Oh, there. Yeah.
Con save.
La-
Oh, that was shit. That was a check, not a save.
What would be the bonus with it being a saving throw?
It'd be an extra 3 on top of that.
So 7.
Yeah.
Okay. You can all gain a point of exhaustion.
Hey.
All?
Yep.
What do you mean all? I got a 14.
Yep.
God
You were one off the DC, bud.
God.
We love having 2 points of
Because you
exhaustion.
are going to start riding those horses for the next 10 hours.
Oh, baby.
God.
Where is exhaustion again? Sorry?
6
It's
little dots
under
below
your
your
profile.
character image.
Oh yeah,
Between your armor class,
yeah.
or
Um,
next to it, I guess.
Good to know. Reminders. Cool. Next, what I need from you all is a survival roll, and so
All of
all
us?
3 of you are on horseback, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll get Sorrows to roll survival roll as well as the 4th horseman. If all of you succeed, it's good. If any of you fail, there's going to be another roll involved.
Oh,
Oh
God.
dear.
And we all have a disadvantage. Ah. Yeah.
no, that's ability checks, not skill checks.
Oh, you're right. Wait, but we are doing skill check.
It is a skill check, yeah. I did forget to do
Yeah,
Sorrow's
not an
con
ability
save.
check.
Sorrow's passed his con save, he's not exhausted.
Oh. Okay. Oh wait, now I roll with disadvantage. I'm such a fucking cunt.
Wait,
An ability check would be a strength, dex, con, in wisdom or charisma
Yeah.
check, but this is a skill check.
It was first roll anyway, so it's 14.
I'm very confused as to what's happening right now.
Give me 1 sec. Again, typing things with half a keyboard.
Should really start casting guiding more, man. God damn, we fucking suck. Man.
Anyway, survival check.
So is it with disadvantage?
No.
I'm
No.
just double checking you on that, Calum.
I'm pretty sure ability checks are just the innate checks. It's like their it's their innate talent.
Yeah, skill checks are ability checks, is what I thought, because they're powered by
Oh, are
your
they?
ability. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, it is with disadvantage.
cringe.
That's a fail. Nerexi's passed, and we'll need Aegis' reroll. Cool. Alright. We need to determine something. Nerexius.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say Sorrows has Die on his horse.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have on your horse, or are you riding alone? You can ride alone because there's enough.
I mean, generally, I would say that I might even have Agis on my horse.
Aegis has his own horse.
Because,
I have a horse.
yeah, I was just thinking because I was helping him with his stuff. But if that doesn't work, then probably Gion, because I'm still keeping an eye on her.
Okay. So you like pull Gion up onto your horseback then?
Yeah.
Cool. Nerexius and Gion are safe and headed in the right direction.
Alone.
Sorrows and Die
Oh.
are safe and headed in the right direction. Aegis and the Ruined, which one of you is taking Kytheria?
I don't mind taking Kytheria.
Does she not have her own horse?
I'm just double checking. No, her horse technically is Nerexius' horse because Nerexius stole her horse. But there is actually
Bruh.
5
Yoink.
horses, so she can have her own horse, yeah. It's just not technically her horse. Because when she was missing and Neurixius joined the ruined, he went, "Oh, I'll take this one," and it ended up being her one.
Bruh.
Yoink!
And then she was too depressed to argue, and the whole
Oh.
we killed your family" thing. So yeah, she can have her own horse if you want. That's fine. Okay, then I will make her do an con save and survival roll as well. She passes the con save, so she's going to be doing this survival flat. Okay, fine. Agis the Ruined and Kypheria, I'm going to need perception rolls from you.
Oh, fuck.
God. The bagman's coming in, I'm not there.
With disadvantage, the Ruined, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, you're exhausted, sorry. Cool. So 6 from the Ruin, 7 from Agis.
I don't have to roll, right?
You don't have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, then, I'm going to need luck rolls from Agis and the Ruin. So just a d20.
Oh, thank God, no disadvantage. Oh, no, that's not good.
that is not good. I would like to inspiration.
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I might as well.
While they do that, could I theoretically, when I see that they're in trouble, just go their way, even though I know I'm doing good?
No.
Yikes.
Panic. Panic, strange environment, shifting islands.
Ye double yikes.
God damn it. Inspiration, why'd you fuck me over?
If only there was
Fuck's
something you
sake.
could do to sort out that, Aegis. If only there was something
Yeah.
in your back pocket.
A crack in my stuff.
Could
A
do something.
devil's deal.
We'll deal with the Ruined first. No, we won't. We'll deal with Neurixius first. Neurixius,
I want to turn around and help my friend.
you come across a teleportation circle in the
Hey!
void. You passed your survival check, didn't you?
I did.
You're fairly certain that this is the one that would drop you off at Gogari, which you were planning to go straight to the hanging city of Narsonia, I think is what it was called, or Narcissus or something like that. It's been a long session, and I've spelt Coke on my keyboard to give me a break with my names. Narsonia. You're fairly certain that this is the one to Gogari, which is where the plan was for Dai and Kypheria to leave. But it is a way out. Do you want to stay in the void, try and continue trying to find the one to Narsonia, or do you want to exit now?
I would generally say that we should exit, but I'm not going to exit yet. I'm going to wait for the others.
Okay.
Can I see them actually from where I am?
No.
In that case, I want to make
It has been 10
as
hours
much.
since when you started running away. So at some
Oh,
point
wait.
during the 10 hours, you got separated.
Oh shit! What? Okay.
Cool. At some point, though, Sorrows and Dai will show up.
Okay.
And I'm also going to roll a luck roll for Kypheria. At some point, Kypheria shows up. So if you keep on waiting, then eventually they will show up. Now we're going to deal with the Ruined. The Ruined, you also find a teleportation circle.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take it? Or you have no idea whether it's the right one or not?
Azamor! Woo!
It's probably not Arzamor because you were heading east through the void.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
know.
probably somewhere east, but it's just...
Do I see the abyssal thing creeping forward?
Yes,
or?
you've got time. Like, Neurixius is waiting there. Neurixius has probably waited for half an hour before both of those parties showed up. and it hadn't reached him yet. So, not that you
Okay,
know that
I'm-
character, but like you do have time because you were on horseback.
I'm-
But
I'm gonna wait for a little bit, and well, I'll probably wait for as long as I possibly can, and then if it looks like things are getting dire, I'll bounce.
okay. The ruined. Things are looking like they're getting dire. You
I'm
bouncing?
bouncing.
We'll deal with that in a moment. Samo. Things are looking like they're getting dire.
Balancing question mark.
You, Kytheria, Sorrows, and Dai all head through the teleportation circle. We'll deal with that in a minute. Remember when I said this wasn't going to be a major session and you all chose to use a teleportation circle, which I've had lore planned for since the beginning of this campaign? I was like, oh shit, okay. Guess we're doing stuff. Guess it's not just going to be a journey.
Yeah, tons of like character development
Yeah, yeah.
background and stuff as well.
Agis.
No.
You keeping that one?
What one? Am I at one?
Yeah, you keeping that nat 1, or are you going to do anything
Oh,
about it?
yeah, I can't do anything about
Are you
it.
sure
I can't.
about that?
I can't inspiration and
No, you
inspiration.
can't inspiration it, but is there anything else you can do?
I'm not taking your fucking devil deals, boy.
Okay, it's fine.
I think I've been hit by the devil's stick enough today.
It's fine. It's up to you. But it's all in your power.
Oh,
If you are
devil's
not
stick.
going to do anything, if you can't think of anything to do and you're not going to do anything, then you're keeping that nat 1.
Press the ref button. Do it, pussy.
I'm not fucking breaking the stick straight away. Fuck you.
Hey, I will say this. Pressing the button doesn't inherently break the staff.
Launch the nuke.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Just because no one else is here, so it's not like it's going to affect them. Looks into camera.
Yeah, I'm the voice inside your head.
You know, Pete, it's as I always say.
You're a gambling man.
I'm a gambling man. Oh no.
Oh wait, success.
The crack grows bigger.
Uh-oh.
Do you go through the teleportation circle?
Bro. This is...
So what, the
Literally-
crack just gets bigger?
Yeah, the crack gets
Bro.
bigger.
This is a staff of the Magi now.
Yep.
He's gonna fucking blow...
Do you go through the teleportation circle? You have no idea whether that helped you or not.
Oh, you bastard. You fucker. You absolute bastard.
When I said he had a nuke, I didn't mean it this
Fucker.
literally.
Oh, God. I know it says... Oh.
Break it, pussy. Fucking do it.
Yeah, I go through it.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know where the fuck I'm about to end up.
Neurixius, you on your horseback with Gion behind you, Sorrows and Dai, and Kytheria all come out onto the bustling streets of Grogari. Grogari is a coastal city, a
So
port
pretty.
city. It's in kind of brown deserts. It's reasonably cold. It is early morning, and you come out in a teleportation circle in the middle of a temple.
Right as we go through, basically, or maybe even a bit before that, I'll transform into my human form as well.
Okay. There are people inside who are like in the middle of morning like worship, and like it's a teleportation circle. It's not unheard of for it to open, but like on horseback, clearly in quite a hurry. There's quite a commotion as you come through. You can hear the sounds of people setting up for markets in the morning. You are safe, and the teleportation circle powers down behind you.
I'll
Let's
buy a
just go
watermelon.
Let's just go ahead and move Neurixius, Sorrows, yeah, just those two. God damn it. God
Oh
damn it,
god,
Gage.
I'm schmoving. I can move myself, no? Yeah.
Okay, well, you're interrupting me moving you now.
Oh.
So you've arrived at Grogari.
Hell yeah.
The Ruined. You arrive somewhere else. You arrive...
Prison.
Okay. You arrive... at a teleportation circle in like a garden plaza sort of thing. My whole computer is frozen briefly. I think because the liquid issue still, because as I was trying to move you, it started muting my computer repeatedly. Yeah, you're on a plaza somewhere. Give me a perception check.
Okay. With disadvantage?
Yeah, you're still exhausted. So this is what you can tell. There's a fairly strong wind. It's early morning. You can see... I mean, it's winter, so you can see the sun hasn't quite risen yet, but like, you've got that kind of like light blue glow over the horizon where it is going to be. Hey, Leo. You can also hear the sounds of people setting up market. You can hear the sounds of the teleportation circle behind you power down. It's cold up here, and your breath feels slightly shallow. And as you look around, you can see for miles. Like, this plaza you're on is like at the edge of the city, and you can just see miles upon miles upon miles upon miles of large expanses of desert, these giant columns of rock coming out. They're like mountains, but like look more like pillars. Think like the Grand Canyon in America, that kind of like red rock. And it's quite beautiful, and there's a pale glow of the early morning. You are alone.
Do I see any other, like, not the party, but do I see any other people around?
Yeah, you can see like people setting up for morning market. You can see people heading to like morning prayer. Most people that you can see, and you can see a couple of guards and what have you. No one seems to be like particularly alarmed or anything that the teleportation circle has been activated. No one's coming over to like be like, "Who are you?" Blah, blah, blah. So you're fine in that regard. But you see that the majority of people are drow.
Oh, well, this is a spot of luck.
And almost as if you saying that summoned some more luck, the teleportation circle activates again. And Agis comes through on his horse.
Yeah. The Blood Hunter boys back together again.
I was gonna say, Pete, if you teleport me to fucking Valar, I was gonna kill you.
I passed my... Wait. I passed my roll. Why am I in bumfuck nowhere? What the fuck's up with that?
Because with them, they were down to luck rolls as to where they ended up. With you, I told you got to Grogari. Did you want to continue searching for Narsoni, or did you want to wait? And you said you wanted to wait. And then I said, okay, you're now at the point where it's like leave, like shit or get off the pot. And you're like, all right, well, I'll get off the pot. So you didn't get to keep looking for the teleportation circle for Narsoni.
We just had a random chance. You were told where you were.
And chose not to keep on looking for where you wanted to go.
Plus,
Don't know
also,
how to
fate
feel about that.
intervened because, you know, I just made Agis a blood hunter, so obviously we need to stick together. I need to show him the ropes.
I mean, that had nothing to do with it, and everything to do with Agis except for my devil's deal, which he still
Yeah,
still
you
feel like
bastard.
he doesn't know what it does, and he's scared, and that's exactly where I want you, is not understanding. But at least the party's like split directly down the middle, right? Oh, one other thing. Not that you would in character know this yet, but like eventually you'd probably find it from like some town crier or something. It is not the 5th of Waning Winter.
Oh.
Okay.
Time moves differently in the Void.
Oh, it's been years.
It's not been years, don't worry.
It's been 9 years. The lead up of the downfall of Arzamor is nigh.
It is
It's
instead
been
the 7th of Waning Winter. It's been 3 days since you left Earthhold.
okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah. So basically 1 day passed for you, 3 days for the rest of the world.
What is that? Crack in the stat?
Yeah.
What
That
is
was the
that?
feature he activated.
What is that? Come here. What is that?
And I think that's where we're going to have to end it.
Oh fuck. Tommy's gonna be so pissed he missed this session.
As I said, like on paper, I was like, either they're going to stay in Earthhold and I've got some like filler session planned. You were going to fight some fire elementals. It was going to be some good combat time. Or I was like, oh, you're going to do a journey, in which case it's going to be like a real long journey. Because even if you break it up, like if you'd gone from Earthhold to like ignoring Valar, the next major city, that still would have been like not even the next major city, the next big town would have been a 16-day journey. So if you had decided to like break it up as much as you could, that'd still be like a medium length journey. So I just assumed we would be doing that most of the session, or doing a filler, and instead you were like, oh yeah, teleportation circle.
Little bit of spice.
Yeah, the teleportation circle is a thing, and there's lore planned for that, so got to do it.
I can already tell you what I'm doing next session. I'm looking for a fucking hobo wizard. I'm gonna get teleported over there. I do not care.
You could just get a boat. You're in a port.
Nyrixia hunting down
But
the
that's gonna
road
take
and-
like 5 years. I'm gonna find a hobo wizard.
You're probably at the point closest to be able to get over to there anyway.
Yeah.
I have made my mind up. Hobo wizard.
Port.
There is also another. There is the teleportation circle. You could probably just go back through.
Yeah, and then the void fucks my asshole up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want that, right?
Travel by sea is 4 times quicker. So when Foundry lets me again, I think because I pressed
4
control,
times?
then walking.
God damn.
Which I don't know if that's at all accurate to real life science. It might be quicker, it might be faster. It's just the number I've gone with so that I can do calculations easily.
Yeah.
So
this would be like 4 days?
I don't know, my
Yeah,
Foundry's
it's like
completely
4 or
frozen.
5 days.
4 to 5, yeah. Yeah, hobo wizard it is. I don't care.
Yeah, it'll take you like
5
5
days.
days because that'll be about 20-ish
Yeah.
distance wise. So yeah, 5
Yeah.
days.
Alright. Well, that's
I'm
Dragonriders.
sure no shenanigans were before the Agis and Ruins wild ride.
And we are closer to Zila's wild ride, speaking about wild rides.
Oh,
because
yeah.
That's all prepped. I've got everything
Yeah.
planned for that. It's just
Cool.
when we hit that date in the calendar, in-game, I'll be like, cool, on this day of the week, let's try and do Zila's Bizarre Adventure, whatever day works for Samo, and then anyone else who wants to join can.
I know that's... I mean, it's completely fine if you don't want to do it. It's just... For the next few weeks, at least, this weekend would be by far the best for me. Because I do have for once a Saturday off. That's all I'm saying. If this doesn't work for you, that's fine. We can make another day work, probably.
I would
I'm just
rather
saying-
do it like when timeline-wise it's occurring with what's going on in-game, rather than the moment if we did it, it would be like whatever's happening during that session would be a week in the future, essentially.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying.
But
Yeah.
like, I mean, worst case scenario, if we have to do it on a Wednesday, we can do it on a Wednesday, and it just means that like it pauses the main campaign for a little bit, and we, if people are all fine with that, then
Yeah,
I mean,
might be a nice break.
usually...
We could play NPCs.
yeah. Well, this was the thing is that like
Yeah.
anyone who wants to join Samo's Wild Adventure will basically get to create a character whose essential purpose is to be in a one-shot, but then they will essentially be NPCs in the world after that if they survive. So like,
Oh, that sounds sick to me. I'm definitely.
so like as
down
long
for
as
that.
you're free, you're welcome to join. It's just that Zila is the only current confirmed character who will be present because it's for Zila.
I'll get
It's
working on a
just-
character.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Gregory
about.
Snorkelstretch, famous bard.
For me, like, to be honest, any day works for me. It's just that I know that if multiple people are joining, weekend usually works best, if not Wednesday. So
I will
any
also
day
say,
works for me personally, but
in terms of, I assume people want it anyways because it's more D&D and it will be fun, but also there's gonna be some fucking major lore drops during that. Holy shit.
yeah.
Some major lore drops that then no one can act on because none of the characters who are in the main campaign will know that information.
The thing is, oh yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say, at some point before that happens, then, would you be able to like drop a little bit of like information that we can use to create characters so that they actually like fit the one shot? Because I don't want to just make a completely random character.
I would highly recommend, like, if you go in guns blazing, you will probably all die. I'm gonna say that much right now. So stealth might be a better option.
Ocean's 11 time, eh?
But at the same time, like it's information gathering ultimately is what Azila is going there to do, is to gather information. So like combat can be useful and there is absolutely stuff prepped for combat, but like if you are like, we're gonna go into this place and we're gonna kill everyone there, no you're not. I will say right now, I don't think if you were all level 20 you could kill everything in there. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay then. Basically gods and still can't.
I can't
I
wait
may
to
not have paid attention.
infiltrate.
Like, there is a certain place in this dungeon that you're going to go to where there is a reveal that is planned, and you're not supposed to fight the thing that is revealed there. You're supposed to just be like, got it. Later on, we'll come back.
Anyway, turns around.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Closes door, locks door.
yeah, exactly that. It's just like, nope, we are not ready for that yet. Also,
Swallows the key.
Zila, you will be leveled up to level 6 for that as well, because Zila currently is level 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Leo, we finished at 10:30. It's a shame that you got here so late, but we're already over time. If
You can watch the VOD though.
Yes, if you
Yes,
recall
we're on
correctly,
YouTube.
sailboats like galleons or sloops go anywhere between 4 to 6 knots. A knot is similar to a mile, so it's like 4.4 to 6.6 miles. That's slower than I'd imagine, but I don't know anything about it. I just know that the average walking speed is 4 miles, so maybe I should significantly nerf ship travel in the world of songs, or maybe the wind is faster. I don't know. It's
Or
fine.
maybe they just have like super cracked ships. Like
That,
that's
I mean,
crazy
magic,
good.
right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
at the end. I mean, in Fates and Tides, Stratos had a really good technique, which is that he would just sit up in the crow's nest and use spells to control the wind to just make your ship
Yeah,
go
because
faster.
I was playing a storm sorcerer, so I was just controlling the wind to constantly have
max speed.
wind in the sails.
It's
I
like,
mean,
that's
look at
pretty smart.
what's our crystal boy called in Sunder? Look at him. He's
Colin.
like, yeah.
How could
look
you
at him.
forget Colin's name?
Listen, I'm not the guy who smoked weed with him. Okay, that wasn't me. That was the others.
The worst part is, man, he's gonna know that Apollo will get back into the ship, and Colin will be like, "Remember that time you forgot my name?"
And then I'll be like, what?
And then he's
gonna
gonna
be like,
write a
"What?"
poem about it.
Yeah. And yeah, the music is only muted for people watching the VOD. It's streamed live and then not in the VOD, but is in the recording, which is, I don't really understand the science behind it, but it's a thing that you can do, which most of the time apparently avoids DMCA strikes on Twitch. And if I ever do get DMCA striked, not here to make money.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah, that'll basically be my reaction. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
From me.
I assume we're all good for next week.
I'm good for next week.
Should be.
I certainly am.
Also, give yourselves 250 XP each.
Yeah,
Not a huge amount, but you deserve a little bit for all this.
But we also didn't kill 2 dragons this session.
You didn't kill 2 dragons this session. You didn't
like
achieve any quests, but there was some good roleplay. There was some, moving forward bits.
Hell yeah.
I deserve an extra 250 XP for my computer surviving my negligence of pouring coke onto a keyboard midstream.
Does that mean that Zebith just leveled up?
Sure. I think he's at max
No.
level, but sure.
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
Zebith might not be at max level, but there are definitely some NPCs who are.
Yeah, like Norixius.
Is he an NPC now? Or are you saying
No.
that Nyrixius can't go beyond level 6? Alright, that's fine.
Man, I'm getting gaslit here, man.
No.
No.
Fun fact, the gods currently don't, like, as in like Obeyed and Ecosanguinatus, they don't have any levels or challenge rating.
Yet.
Can
I should
take
have
them.
challenged him there on the spot.
Mostly because if you try and kill them, probably just gonna do
They're
a fucking
gods.
wish you out of existence thing.
Yeah.
Fight me, coward!
You can kill some of the gods, but like there are some that you can't. You just won't be able to. So that's why I haven't bothered to give
They've
them
lacked
levels.
us. I wish you. What did she say again?
Hmm?
Lacketh. What was her sentence again? I wish you to
I wish you to end.
disappear. Oh yeah, I wish you to end. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then we died. Oops.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you lads for playing. Thank you. Thank you Jesus for all you did.
Thank
No,
you for DMing.
What Jesus?
Yeah, thanks to
yeah.
Jesus.
Thanks to Jesus for making this campaign.
Yeah.
Good
Jesus
goal,
is the best DM.
Shout out to Jesus, a real homie.
Because as you know, there's so much like Christian propaganda pumped through this campaign.
And the overlap of Christianity and D&D is like, it's like that, you know, like they've been like thick as thieves since the 80s. So
yeah.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna say that on stream.
all right, sounds like we should end the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye.
Goodbye.